kahit hindi batid. Live na ako guys, please. Them audios. Please turn them off. At di lalabas rin pala to.
Hindi.
Uy. Oo nga no. Hello guys! Wait lang. Paano yung comments? Di pala ako makapagbasa ng comments sa YT. Hello guys, hello. Share lang tayo live stream. Wait guys. Ako'y alipin mo kahit hindi batid. Aaminin ko minsan ako'y manhid. Ito tayo guys. On ko ba audio? On ko ata audio para may...
Trophy as their own.
Be here.
It's an honor to have you here once again. When was the last time you were on panel with us?
Season 13.
Season 13. It's been 3
Wait lang guys,
seasons.
share lang live.
3 seasons
I
ago.
feel like it.
And it was in a similar situation as well, right? Onic in the grand final.
Against EVOS that time.
Against Evil. So the script has changed a little bit. This time it's going to be Alter Ego that's up against Onic. But the story still remains the same. Onic looks like really strong right now, challenged by Alter Ego. What are your thoughts over the course of the playoffs here?
But I think this Alter Ego is like one of the strongest team that can fight Onic for the championship. I think this is the closest team that can match them for this playoffs. They have a lot of metas, a lot of strategies, and I think Onic will not just go down that easily too, I think. So I think it's gonna be a fun match, and I hope it's not anticlimactic, and I hope we can get all 7 games or 6 games, at least 6 games, at least 6 games.
At least 6 games.
Yeah, I think from a lot of the coaches that I
Thanks sa
talk
mga
to,
nag-give shots
they
sa 4K
always say
viewers. Hello guys!
Onic, if there's anyone that can defeat them, it's Alter Ego. I believe Coach Bam said it too yesterday. Airprong also said it too yesterday. Granted, those two are 2 BTR boys, right? So maybe they're in line in the way they're thinking. But yeah, I'm really hoping for an upset, to be honest.
Me too. Me too. Honestly,
Guys,
like it's a good storyline. Arash, if you share the same sentiment.
Oh, for sure, man. Both, you know, on one side you have a dominant team that's always been there, and now you have an actual new challenger that almost got it done just like 2 days ago, more or less. So now it's like there's a bit of bad blood, there's a bit of a revenge story, there's a bit of a comeback story as well as an underdog story. We have all the drama right now for an amazing grand final.
I hope it gets to best of 7, guys. Full 7 games, because that's what we were able to get in the upper bracket finals. So we'll see how this all pans out. But Coach Do, from your experience, how do you think that Onic are feeling right now? Do you think that they're a little nervous at this point, considering Alter Ego's journey till here?
I think nervous. I think no, because yeah, they know that they are a strong team. If you guys hear the mic check and understand
hello
that,
guys,
I
hello
think
Blessel,
they're
hello
literally
Grace.
pushed to the brink in the upper
Hello
bracket
Rihanna,
final.
hello guys, shout out sa
Their
inyo.
comms is getting more,
What's up?
I can say, hype. It's a bit rushed. It's not
Chess
normal
kaya
like
muna tayo guys,
Onic like
nakuha muna tayo
comms.
chess.
If you listen to the mic check. So I think this is the highest chance of anyone beating Onic in the grand finals for a long time.
Yan?
Alright, you heard it first from Coach Aldo. I mean, he used to coach for Onic, right?
Both.
And Alter Ego.
And Alter Ego. Oh, you're right. Okay, we're gonna nitpick your brain later on, but before that, we are gonna invite a special someone. Please welcome Mirko. Hello, Mirko.
Hello, everybody. Hello.
Hello.
How y'all doing?
Okay, we finally get Mirko here on the panel before he does his cast.
Hello guys.
Hey, man. I was supposed to be casting, but I can't miss the panel segment because someone very special is coming.
Huh? Who?
I don't know, but I was told someone very special is coming.
Thanks sa gift,
Someone
Twinkle.
special is coming. Is it someone from
Luffy, Ayon
Bigotron?
Francis, thanks sa gifts guys.
He is a goat. He is my goat as well, but he's not from a red team. No.
Not a red team.
No.
That's a new one. It's always been, you know, Bigotron members.
Ano guys, G,
I
just
mean, the other goat is Stanford.
Should we just invite him? Is it time for me to invite him, or do we wait a bit longer?
Lala, nag-chess bigla.
Is it Stanford actually?
Is he on standby?
Chess muna ako, chess.
I don't know actually. Like, he can do whatever he wants. It's almost like he's won 2 times the world championship.
Is he a busy guy?
Ano tayo, Sicilian.
It's alright, you know. Off season, he's not that busy.
Let's play Sicilian, guys.
Well,
Play
Mirko, now that you're
Sicilian.
here, you're going to be casting for this best of 7 later on. Can we get your thoughts before we head into the grand finals?
Ay, just
I mean, man, again, like, it was really crazy to see the road for both these teams. You know, Alter Ego and also Onic. For Onic, I think we all kind of expected how good they were coming into the season. Everybody knew they were going to be in M7. Even Sanford, he said he was going to uninstall MLBB if Onic didn't make it somehow. But Alter Ego, man, I think Aldo's spoken a little bit about that, right? He's been part of that team as well. He knows what it is that makes the Alter Ego boys so special. And with Professor X at the helm, it does look like we're going to get a very, very close center.
So you think this
I
could
think
be
we
the
have to
moment
castle.
that we finally see Onic fall?
Guys, mali agad ako ng
I think
ginawa.
so. If there's a moment, if there's a chance in time right now that a team that is not named Onic wins MP Indonesia, it's now.
What was your prediction, by the way, heading into the playoffs?
Can you say that again?
What was your prediction heading into the playoffs?
My prediction?
Yeah.
We don't talk about my prediction,
Okay,
man.
okay. We can tell by that. We can tell by that. But it looks like our guest is ready. We're going to be talking to him really, really soon. And I believe not just us, but also with the Indonesian.
Oh, Bobby Fischer, guys. Na-stress si Bobby
Let's
Fischer.
welcome
Wait lang, guys. Shout sa
CarlTzy
inyo.
and the Indo panel. Welcome, everybody.
Hello, panelists from English.
Hello.
Thank you for inviting us. Thank you so much.
Hello, Carl. Hey, man. Hey, this is the guy I was talking about, right? We are going to be in the presence of greatness. The GOAT of MLBB is here. Carl, how you feeling, man? You've been watching a lot of MPLID recently.
It's okay now.
You've been watching a lot of MPLID recently, Carl. What do you think about MPLID so far in the playoffs? Is it different or is it exactly what you've expected?
Very different, but it is what I expected from FLID. It's like a brawl match, and it's really entertaining to watch.
Okay, G.
Kuya,
Jadi kata
natanggal po.
CarlTzy, so far seru banget, entertaining banget untuk ditonton, G.
Hi, Maureen.
Benar-benar emang Indonesia ini entertainment banget. Dan tentunya, Eterna boleh dong minta tolong tanyain ke CarlTzy. Kira-kira CarlTzy, apakah mereka udah siap melawan dua perwakilan dari Indo di sana nih?
I'll let Mirko ask that one.
So, Carl, we got a question here from the Indonesian panel, right? Are you ready to face Onic and Alter Ego, our two representatives from Indonesia later on at the M7 World Championship?
Right now, not yet, but maybe soon because we have.
Hi, Jai. Hi, Rihanna. Thanks sa gift, guys.
We take the rest.
Tinggalin sa gift kasi naman tong
Oh,
Korean
jadi
na
dia
to.
bilang dia belum siap ya?
Read it.
Belum siap, Ji. Gimana nih, Ji? Ada chance kau untuk kita, Ji?
Sebenarnya kalau ngomongin ada chance, kita bakal ada selalu chance. Tapi ini Tas kayaknya akan mau nanya ke CarlTzy nih. Nanti boleh ditranslate, Mirko. Silakan, Tas.
Yeah, I got a question
Ya,
for
silakan
you.
ngomong aja.
What do you think about Indonesian gameplay? Indonesian gameplay is very unique. The only region where I can see everyone is like fighting everybody, you know. They always love to take clashes that unnecessary, but I love the way they play it, you know. It's a very mechanical region, and I feel like the players in Indonesia have really high mechanical skill.
Aggressive naman to.
Oh, okay. Okay, I think you can move on, Mirko.
Yeah. I'm going to ask you, Carl, again, looking at these two teams, we expected Onic. Hey, Sanford even said he was going to uninstall MLBB if Onic don't make it to the M7 World Championship. But I think to a lot of people, and I don't know if it's for you as well, you didn't expect Alter Ego to make it. Now, gue mau nanya nih untuk CarlTzy sendiri ya. Semuanya kayaknya udah expect untuk Onic masuk ke babak grand final, untuk masuk ke M7. Tapi Alter Ego, ekspektasi ya sangat beda lah ya. Mereka bisa
Blunder siya,
menghancurkan
guys.
ekspektasi
Blunder,
beberapa analis
mate.
pada season ini. So Carl,
Meron ako
what do you think
dito,
about
meron
Alter
ako
Ego
dito.
and their rise to success this playoffs?
Blunder mate,
I
guys.
think they're a really good team, and they have done very well in the match already. And I feel like they also deserve to be in the World Championship based on how they're playing. And I also want to
CarlTzy pala, guys.
Yazuki is a
Mga
very good
champions
champion.
siya kaya featured.
I see.
Shout kay Audrey, shout kay AJ Velasco, shout kay Amazing
Then expect juga
Animal,
sih yang
Arian
mereka kuat,
Joy.
tapi ya masih ada
Hi, Carla.
yang
Hi, guys,
dikeluarin
natin.
oleh mereka.
What do you think, guys?
You guys have any questions or Rashi? You got a question for the GOAT?
What do you think about Yasuke, man, the man of the hour here, the crazy rookie that has been shattering everyone's expectations? Is he a real threat?
Yeah. Carl, what do you think about Yasuke, the rookie monster for season 16?
I feel like he's a really good
Grabe ka,
gambler, but
CarlTzy!
I didn't see him on any other hero except Poison. So I want to see more of him like another hero.
Oke, jadi
Shout out
menurut
creators, guys,
CarlTzy
what's
dia
up?
ngerasa udah jago
Welcome
ya.
to live, guys.
Dia
Shout out
pengen
kay Pam,
lebih
Rihanna,
banyak
hello.
lagi dari dia
Hello,
untuk hari ini,
Unso
apalagi di
Bansaw.
Grand Finals.
I want to ask the
Waiting
goat
yung
for
Lion
some
sa'yo.
winning conditions. You know,
Shout
you've been
out kay Seth
watching a lot of
Comentador.
Onic, a lot of Alter Ego. Hold on,
Tagal
wait
naman ng
before
Lion
that,
sa ano
Carl.
nga school mo?
I heard
I
from a
forgot
lot
na.
of
Laro pa tayo, guys.
reports that you were
Shout out kay
laughing
Seth Comentador.
while
Welcome,
watching
welcome.
MPL Indonesia in the first few days. Now,
Bro, blundered, mate.
what do you think about
Laro tayo,
the
guys.
gameplay of the other Indonesian teams? Like, is it different to the
Hi,
grand
Joy Cal.
finalists? Was it just kind of wacky for
Play
you?
more, guys. 1K na ulit ako sa 1K.
Because
eh.
they
Thank you
do
sa
some
4K,
unnecessary things
Twinkle!
that don't need to do.
Shout kay
in
Twinkle,
game,
guys.
but it's very entertaining, you know. I'm just happy watching it.
Oh Ji, jadi
Ano
kemarin
tayo,
tuh
guys?
CarlTzy tuh
Spanish,
sempat
opening tayo,
ketawa-tawa
Spanish.
sama
Yeah.
gameplay kita
Let's play
di
Spanish.
MPL ID. Katanya tuh gara-gara banyak banget momen atau kejadian yang terjadi yang menurut dia tuh nggak seharusnya terjadi gitu. Jadi menurut dia entertaining, makanya dia ketawa.
Oke, memang kalau gue denger dia CarlTzy ketika stream ya, dia tuh kayak ngerasa oh banyak objektif yang bisa diambil padahal tapi kok kenapa nggak diambil? Nah kali ini gue juga pengen nanya ke arah ke CarlTzy ya, minta tolong untuk para
Nabul ako, guys.
CarlTzy, ya kan? Kita tahu Indonesia ini salah satu region yang besar, tapi apa sih permasalahan dari region Indonesia yang ngebuat Philippine ini selalu berada di atas dari region Indonesia?
All right, Carl. So, what do you think is the reason as to why Indonesia hasn't been able to find success internationally? You know, we're a big region. We won at the M1 World Championship. We've always been competitive, even in scrims. But what's the difference between Indonesian players and Filipino players? What's the difference between the regions? Why can't we perform, in your opinion?
In my opinion, because Philippines is much more disciplined team, unlike
ka naman
Indonesia. And I feel like that's the only reason that Indonesia hasn't been winning.
Jadi ya secara simple disiplin Ji yang kita nggak punya Ji. Gimana nih?
Oke, kita ngomongin disiplin ya. Boleh nggak sih dari playernya sendiri nih, Rachel dan juga Mirko. Tas, gimana menurut lo dengan tanggapan dari CarlTzy yang bilang kedisiplinan para player Indonesia memang harus lebih diperbaiki?
Kalau gue sih lumayan setuju ya sama yang tadi omongin ya. Karena kan gue cepat ngerasain juga dan emang yang jadi masalah di bagian disiplinnya sih. Karena rata-rata kita udah menang early tetap bakal kalah juga kita kan.
Oke, jadi Rachel dikonfirmasi langsung Rachel bersama playernya.
Okay, so even Taz agrees that we lack discipline.
Well, I got another question for you. Nah, untuk CarlTzy sendiri nih, kan lu main bersama dengan player yang seluar biasa Sanford ya kan, XP laner yang bisa dibilang di Indonesia dari dulu tuh kekurangan kita XP lane yang selevel begitu. Nah, apa yang menjadi kayak perubahan lah dari Sanford sama perbandingan Sanford sama Lucky sama Nino? So Carl, you have had the pleasure to play with someone as talented as Sanford in your team, you know, an XP laner who, I mean, he's for me, the best XP laner of all time. But right now, we actually finally have some XP laners ourselves in Indonesia who I think have a chance to get to that level. Now, what differentiates Sanford from the XP laners that we have in Indonesia?
I feel like Sanford right now is very experienced and I think Sanford's mechanical skill right now is on par with other Indonesian players too, and also he has a macro that is very high.
Okay, Josh.
So, jadi kalau dari CarlTzy sendiri dia bilang pengalaman yang menjadi kekuatan Sanford sekarang ya, bukan cuma mekaniknya yang dulu mungkin di M4 mekanik, tapi sekarang udah dengan makronya, udah dengan disiplinnya dan dengan dia lebih mature pengalaman yang didapatkan dari beberapa international turnamen. Makanya dia bisa di atas dari XP lane kita.
Check.
Ada follow up question nggak, Ji?
Ada.
Sabay.
Dia kan udah main dan ketemu region Indonesia dari dulu banget, Mirko.
Grabe yung mathematics ni King Kong, guys.
Kita tahu ya kan, pemain senior biasa lebih tinggi.
We
Ada
are
nggak satu
winning.
nama player yang menurut CarlTzy ini orang jago banget sebenarnya di masa jaya.
All right, Carl, you've been playing for a long time, man. We saw you go crazy at M2 all the way to today. Now you've faced a lot of Indonesian players. Now, which out of the very many Indonesian players you faced stands out? What name? Which name stands out?
Indonesian player?
Yeah, it could be just from MPL Indo. You could say Kyrie, you could say an import.
I feel like Kiboy.
E-boy.
Why?
Is there a reason? Why? Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, because I think he has a very, very high skilled player and
Mablock lang, guys. Pag
he
nilagay ko yung
always-
pag-chinek ko, mablock na lang.
he always gets me in scripts.
Serian Ramos,
Oh,
like
jadi alasannya tuh karena dia merasa
Starting
kalau
at
misalkan
attack.
mekanik Keyboy itu luar biasa banget dan ternyata di scrims Keyboy selalu menang lawan CarlTzy.
Wow. Gimana Profesor? Oh Mama ada mau disampaikan?
Nah, mungkin kalau aku bisa bilang apa perbandingan antara jungler PH dan juga jungler ID?
Alright, Carl, so what's the difference between the Indonesian junglers and the Filipino junglers?
Sacrifice the rook,
I feel like Filipino junglers play a lot of utility junglers, but in Indo they only play like Jason Shake and other assassin heroes.
Oke, jadi menurut dia perbedaannya lebih ke PH, jungler-jungler itu lebih suka utility. Sedangkan kalau misalkan di Indonesia sekarang, seperti kita lihat, banyak pengguna YSS dan assassin-assassin lainnya.
Ya itu faktanya juga sih anyway.
Oke Profesor, ada tanggapan nggak Profesor?
Kalau aku sih kalau mau nanya sebenarnya dari banyaknya statement yang bahkan dari beberapa orang-orang Filipina juga sempat mention di Mirko, mungkin bisa ditanyakan kayak Baloy sempat bilang, bahkan banyak orang yang bilang katanya gameplay kayak Alter Ego yang chaotic begini, ini kan lumayan jadi counter PH. Itu bener nggak sih kalau dari sudut pandang CarlTzy itu gimana?
All right, Carl, got a question here, a follow-up question from KB. We know that Alter Ego style is very chaotic. Even Beloyski's mentioned in his watch party that Alter Ego's chaotic style can actually trump a lot of the disciplined style of the Filipino teams. Now, for you, do you think this is going to be a problem, Alter Ego's chaotic style for the Filipino teams?
I think yes, but for sure we're gonna respect it, especially in the drafting, and we're gonna be ready how to beat it.
Menurut CarlTzy iya bisa menjadi problem, tapi pastinya mereka akan respect gameplay yang chaotic tersebut dalam draft.
Yes. Nah, kita bakal langsung pindah aja ya ke jungle. Karena tadi kita udah lihat Kairi dan juga Yasuke. Dua jungler yang luar biasa sekali. Nah, gue mau nanya nih untuk CarlTzy. Siapa jungler yang menurut CarlTzy punya advantage masuk ke grand final ini? Apakah Yasuke atau Kairi? So Carl, between the two junglers, who do you think will have the upper hand in the upcoming grand finals?
I think it's still Kairi because he has a lot of heroes and he's much more experienced than Yasuke. But I think Yasuke, when he gets his heroes, I think he can also pop off.
Oke, menurut CarlTzy untuk next match-nya antara Kairi dan Yasuke, sepertinya Kairi masih punya edge ya, masih punya something di atas Yasuke. Alasannya karena hero pool dia yang begitu luas. Tapi kalau misalkan Yasuke itu bisa mendapatkan hero-hero comfort-nya atau hero-hero power-nya, dia akan bisa melevel Kairi atau bahkan bisa melampaui Kairi.
Oke, Rachel, kalau begitu,
guys,
draft siapa yang mungkin paling menarik dan menurut dia paling kuat di grand final? Apakah draft yang sering dikeluarkan Onic atau draft yang sering dikeluarkan oleh Alter Ego?
Alright, Carl, we've seen two different drafts here from Onic Comfort, from Alter Ego. We got some crazy stuff. So which drafts do you think will have the upper edge? Will it be Coach Zephyr and Alter Ego or Coach Adi with Onic?
I think it's much easier with Coach Adi, especially they already saw how Alter Ego play, but I don't know what Coach Zephyr is gonna bring out today.
Menurut dia lebih gampang untuk draft-draftnya Onic ya. Mungkin karena Onic udah punya kesempatan juga untuk melihat pertandingan-pertandingan Alter Ego lebih lama. Tapi dia juga nggak yakin Coach Zephyr tuh akan ngeluarin hero apa lagi ya hari ini.
So I got a question again, Carl, or Red. I want to see your power rankings. I want to see whether you think the power rankings that we have here is accurate or not. Jadi kita bakal menuju ke segmen berikutnya ya. Udah bahas jungler, udah bahas hero pool juga dengan draft. Nah, sekarang ada power ranking nih. Kita bakal lihat juga untuk Carl sendiri apakah dia setuju dengan power rankingnya. Kita bisa lihat banyak banget tim-tim yang udah masuk. Bahkan gue udah dengar dari coach, tim Myanmar bisa jadi tim yang seru loh. So Carl, power rankings M7 World Championships by the GOATs, by you. Who do you think is the challenger? Who do you think makes it to watch list and underdog? So let's start with underdog first, Carl. Who makes it to your underdog for M7?
My underdog for M7 is Team Spirit.
You built a nice advantage before your opponent.
Team Spirit ya menurut dia ya. Okay, do you have a why? Why is Team Spirit your underdog?
Guys, CarlTzy talaga.
I feel like they just got unlucky on the AWC tournament and I feel like they can do more.
Okay, menurut CarlTzy berarti Tim Spirit sendiri cuma unlucky ya, nggak hoki aja. Kurang hoki pas di EWC X MSC 2025. Oke, next question kita bakal tanya watchlist. Siapa yang bakal masuk ke watchlist dari CarlTzy? Carl, who will make it to your watchlist category for the M7 Power Rankings?
I still feel like it's still Onic
Hi,
ID.
Joanna.
Bukan challenger
Hi,
ya?
Zoe.
Yeah. Not challenger, yeah, because we have one more segment where it's challenger. So why did you put? Oh, do you want to change that, or do you think you're still gonna put them at watch list?
Oo nga, bawal nga.
I feel like right
Pwede
now
ka na
watch
dito,
list.
hanahanap ka
Okay,
nila.
watch list. Any reason why that Onic is on the watch list, not challenger?
Hi, Marla.
Because I feel like they're lacking in so many ways, and I didn't expect them to go like in game 5 or 7 like that. Yeah.
Okay, jadi menurut CarlTzy, kenapa
Belas
dia
Jade, guys.
taruh Onic di watchlist bukan
Please,
challenger? Itu
seperti
karena
apa,
dia agak kecewa ya dengan performa
Iya, banyak
Onic.
kekurangan.
Betul, banyak kekurangan di playoff season 16.
Hi,
Oke,
Marga, what's
terakhir challenger. Carl, who would you put in the M7 World Championship Power Rankings as your challenger?
Slay ba yung gusto ko, guys?
Aurora
Slay.
PH.
Uy, nawala
Okay. We don't need to ask you why. I think we know after hearing those answers. But Carl, jadi untuk CarlTzy, dia taruh challengernya adalah tim PH yang kedua,
Hi, Bella.
Aurora. Okay, thank you so much, my goat, our goat, CarlTzy, for joining us. Thank you to the panel. Thank you, everybody. We'll see you later at M7 in Indonesia, Carl. See ya.
Dadah, Iko.
We buy one later, ya.
Gusto mo gamitin mo AirPods ko?
All right, that was a really fun discussion, but we have to say goodbye to Mirko right now.
Just got here,
Because
dude.
he has to prepare for the grand finals. He has to
Wala
prepare
pa,
to
guys.
cast.
He just doesn't like me, man.
Also
Just
that,
doesn't
also
like
that, also that.
I'll
yeah.
go. See you, man. See you, man. See you, Rashi.
Absolutely.
Yo, I'll go. My goat. This is my goat, Shevin. See ya. Eterna, TL are 9th place.
Hey, at least we didn't come to the playoffs only to participate, right?
Tara, tayo.
So,
Is that a dig on me?
I mean,
no,
Coach,
no.
What? Naglag. Lala. Yun na ng wifi sa bahay, guys.
Is that a dig on me?
I mean,
No.
Amin ako.
This is a geek.
There you go. Right now. That's not a diss.
For the viewers, guys. Hello.
Because that's their branding right now. Every time
username mo?
you ask Cordell win, how did you
Ano nga?
win? How do you feel about the win? Just lucky. Just lucky. Just lucky.
Wala namang
Even
ayos,
Zephyr in his interviews, it's just lucky.
It's just
It's
It's
just
like a
lucky.
customary, there's always like, at least one sentence, got lucky,
Got lucky.
before answering everything else.
But what did you guys think about that interview, right, with CarlTzy? Especially you, Coach Do, after hearing what CarlTzy was able to say.
I mean, he's the final boss. He's the final boss of MLBB. I think every time he went to the international, almost every time he won it. I think M4, M2, and he's going again for M7. So let's see. I think he is the final boss of MLBB. I think if you want to win international, it's not. You need to face him
Siya kay
first.
Queenie, siya kay Lee.
Sure.
Pinit to
All right.
pinit.
But before we dive into that a little bit more, let's take a look at the clash of the finalists, Mastermind. Now, Coach Do, you're a coach, right? And looking at this, how do you differentiate the style between Coach Adi and Coach Zephyr?
Yeah. So for Onic and Coach Adi, it's all about comfort picks. It's
La
what-
la la la
hero that-
la.
Yeah, you know, it's hero power, hero that
Lalay,
player
but
can,
guys, rematch ka.
maximize the most. But for Coach Hever, it's all about flexibility.
Bro,
Like,
missed mate.
almost the side laners have. Oh my god, they're so flexible. You pick Lapu, you don't know where to go. You pick
Uy!
Esmeralda, you don't know where to go. Even you pick
Gambit
Uranus,
siya, guys.
you don't know where to go. So
Three mates, three
two
move
different
mate.
style that
Bigyan
is
siya ng
very
ano.
exciting.
Bigyan
And
siya ng
we've seen it in the upper bracket final. I think that's just a glance of what's to come today, and I think it's gonna be exciting.
Oh, okay. So one is more for comfort for
Hi,
Onic and
Eliza.
one
Hi,
more
Angela. Hi,
on
Paul
flexibility.
Delry.
But if we're talking about
Hello,
flexibility,
guys.
it seems like Alter Ego are always drafting in a way where they want to
Hi,
make
Angeline.
sure that their trio mid wins.
Yeah.
Is this something that you observe
Very
too?
aggressive.
I think it's almost every game that their first 3 picks is their trio mid.
Yeah.
It's a strong trio mid, and they want to win the matchup in the side lanes by countering the enemy or just picking strong heroes in the side lane.
Very
So
aggressive.
yeah, it's a way of Alter Ego's drafting trio mid strong, and you can win the game.
What do you think, Arash?
I agree, man. That's why it's so difficult to deal with them because they get the prio picks for the mid lane, which is a bit more straightforward, right? There's a very limited amount of heroes that are just that good right now in the mid trio. and then you hide the side lanes, and even when they show 1 or 2 picks, you have no idea. Is this going to be a gold lane or an EXP lane? And I think that switcheroo for Coach Zephyr is a great weapon they can utilize and get so much value.
But bro, that blunder
That's something that they definitely use to their advantage.
But he blundered
We gotta ask, is the flexibility or lack of on the part of Onic, is it because they just haven't shown their cards, or it's something that they don't have in their arsenal?
I think it's not something that they don't have, but I think it's not as strong as Alter Ego. Because putting fighter on Skylar is kind of a waste, I might say, because he's so good at playing the marksman. I mean, yeah, he's showing class using CC, using Esmeralda. He's showing his class too. But I think it's much more of a waste putting Skylar on a fighter.
Oh man, but which makes me feel a bit more worried about Onic, right? Because Coach Zephyr against EVOS, sure, Erlan, I think he's a bit more marksman-based than Skylar at this point, but when you apply that strategy of banning the Harith and also the Granger for Skylar, that makes me think, Alter Ego, do they have a solid chance against Onic with that kind of playstyle? And knowing that over the part of the playoffs, Onic has been drafting too many comfort picks in a way. This has been the style for Onic ever since, I don't know, God knows how many seasons, right? It feels like they are too over-reliant on the mechanics of the players, and they get punished for it in these playoffs.
What do you think about that, Coach?
But I think today is different because Alter Ego yesterday he was only one with that hero, right? Harriet, Alice, and Ranger. If against Onic, there are a lot of heroes that needs to ban. Sans heroes, maybe will make them difficult, or maybe keyboard heroes. So there's a lot of, you cannot target ban Onic. What I can say is you cannot target ban Onic. It's hard to target ban Onic. I mean, I've been there before, and it's such a pain. It's such a pain in my head to draft against Onic because you cannot target just one person because they're good players. They're great players, man. They're what, like 8 champions on the way up?
Sacrifice the rook!
The rook! If they win.
Sacrifice the rook!
Yep. You're right.
Yeah, half, yeah.
So, if we're talking about target bans, we saw that Jushin was a very targeted hero. I think we'll break that down a little bit further because the players seem to be ready. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the grand finals of MPL ID Season 16.
Kasi baba lang yung rating ko sa sa bullet. Random ko Team na? Bring it on. Oh, ay mali. Ulit na. Resign mo na. Resign. Lala guys. Sige, kita niyo yung nangyari. Ulit frame move na. Wala ng audio.
But we have to say goodbye to Mirko right now.
Guys. Punta ka na lang sa birthday ko. Let's see.
History. That's the big question here
Pwede
today.
naman.
Will Onic make their own history by going back to back again in the 8th title? I'm here with
the Bishop's opening. Ito lang audio guys. Ayan pala, wala lang nagsasalita. Very aggressive to guys Cross getting aggressive Uy, Pro didn't even take it. Shout out for viewers, guys. Uy,
di tarung semesta pertama, kita pernah berjaya. Semua orang akui kitalah perwujudan dewata. Mendominasi semua pertempuran, bergelimang pujian dari kawan dan lawan. Kita tak pernah gentar siapapun yang menghadang. Sekeras apapun musuh berupaya, kita selalu jadi pemenang. Kita yakin tahta itu takkan pernah digoyahkan. Tapi kita terlena. Kita terlalu pongah abaikan para pendendam. Mereka bersiasat kumpulkan kekuatan mencari kelemahan. Kejayaan kita terhenti. Penerus yang terpilih tak kunjung mampu kembalikan hegemoni. Kita makin akrab dengan kegagalan. Kita jadi terbiasa diremehkan. Dari reruntuhan kegagalan, kekalahan menumpuk kekecewaan. Jati diri hilang kepercayaan. Yang tersisa hanya murka dan penyesalan. Rahwana mendongak angkuh saksikan upaya kita. Tawanya makin mekar seiring duka kita kian lebar. Semua yang sudah dilakukan seakan percuma. Perlawanan kembangkan Rahwana tanpa sia-sia. Tak sedikit kelompok pengabdi yang berpaling muka. Pasrah dengan keadaan. Membiarkan Rahwana pegang kendali kekuasaan.
Ideal hiking Kendra, I really. So guys.
Kita pantang menyerah. Kita terus mencoba walau terlunta-lunta. Kesabaran menahun terus kita pendam. Api perjuangan kita masih belum padam. Kegagalan tak hentikan narasi kebangkitan. Anoman lancarkan tarian perang memimpin pasukan. Terus melawan, lincah mengatur serangan, cerdik antisipasi hujaman, persiapan datangkan ketenangan. Hanoman melompat dengan keyakinan, kita akan kembali pada waktunya, kita akan di puncak lagi, kita akan berdiri, patahkan dominasi. Sekali lagi, pertarungan semesta berkecamuk. Rahwana dan Hanoman bersanding saling mengamuk. Harga diri dipertaruhkan, jurus-jurus bergesekan, saling elak bergantian serangan. Sayangnya, satu hantaman buat Hanoman hilang keseimbangan. Apakah memang sudah suratan? Kekalahan kita adalah takdir tak terhindarkan.
Pwede ko naman pagsabayin eh. Pagsabayin ko pa kayo ng chest ka ba? 15 minutes palagay ko. Hi Carla! Shout out you guys, shout out Queen Anasel, welcome to live stream.
Selalu membuka lembar baru. Lahirlah para pahlawan yang siap mengubah tabir kelabu. Mereka lah tokoh utama, pembawa asa dan doa-doa kita kembali ke singgah sana. Mereka lah titisan sang Wisnu, reinkarnasi dari keberanian, datang menentang derap berguncang, menjawab ambisi, penuhi ekspektasi.
Balik mo nga, oh. Dalawa ka na. Your turn to move.
Tak gentar diremehkan, mereka buktikan bisa bersaing dan bertahan. Halangan tak jadi rintangan. Kini mereka bersanding dengan lingkaran para
Uli ka na naman eh. Hindi mo, oh. Terus ka nag-chop. Ano ka loko?
Inilah pertarungan terakhir di MPLID Season 16. Ujian melawan tirani terhebat. Sendirian kita akan gagal lagi. Laga ini bukan misi pribadi, tapi perjuangan seluruh negeri. Dari persaingan mereka, harapan dipupuk. Kembalinya kejayaan baru yang lebih megah dari legenda terdahulu.
Prince guys, kalau mag-chess. Follow yung muka. Discover the attack. He's coming guys.
Dengan bersatu, tembok kegagalan runtuh. Dengan semangat, putus asa luruh. Karena harapan kita bangkit. Optimisme yang hilang telah kita rakit. Pertarungan ini akan jadi awal pencarian jati diri sang juara yang kita kenal. Dunia menanti, jagat bersaksi. Inilah lahirnya era baru. Para pahlawan yang lama dinantikan. Mereka yang akan rebut kembali kemenangan.
Oi! Agresif.
Sudah tak ada lagi halangan. Inilah kedua tim terakhir yang terkuat di antara semua dalam ambisi menuju juara. Tak cuma itu, musim ini adalah kesempatan langka karena mereka telah buktikan kelayakan jadi perwakilan Indonesia di pentas dunia. Semua rintangan telah mereka hadapi, tim impian sudah teruji. Kini saatnya mereka tampil memberi bukti, tunaikan janji. Perjalanan mereka akan kita iringi bersama. Semua super fans telah menyatakan menghimpun satu dukungan untuk kejayaan mereka di M7 Indonesia. Karena di M7 Indonesia tempat kita akan pulihkan masa-masa jaya. Kota siap menyambut semua super fans berkumpul bergemuruh. Piala M Series akan pulang ke pangkuan.
Guys, lolo.
Inilah babak pamungkas, pertarungan terakhir untuk tentukan siapa penyandang the next Raja Galaksi. Super fans, sambutlah Grand Final MPL Indonesia Season 16. We own this.
Di ba eh? Draft na ata. Ay, wala pa guys, ang tagal no? Siya kay Christine Nicole.
Buso nga, tapo mo na.
Hi, Jillian.
Tapo mo na. Kaya mo na.
The crowd erupts here at the MPL Arena as everyone is anticipating the results of the next grand finals here between Alter Ego and Onic. Boys, I gotta say, I got goosebumps watching that.
It's always W production for Indonesia, man. Every time, every grand finals. Last season, I got tears. This time around, like I just amazed, you know. Shout out to all the people that's working in the back, all the people that's in the stage dancing around. I cannot do that.
I cannot do that.
The switcheroo, the dap into like the players, that was so cool. Man.
Skylar and Onic, Skylar and Nino, sorry. Skylar and Onic, what? Skylar and Nino, that was, I like that, It's like a symbol of the veterancy between these two players. Obviously, for the side of Alter Ego, Nino is still considered as one of the main pillars. Do you agree with that statement?
Kayo na kayo guys, Onic o Alter Ego? Siyempre Onic.
The leader of the team now, I can say. He's, ever since
Zamora,
his
wala na ako Pampanga guys,
transition
dito na ako
to
sa
XLA, he also takes on the mantle of being a captain in the team and also the role model of the team. So I think it's I feel so happy that he finally deserved his international tournament, his debut, and his first ever grand finals.
So you got the chance to actually coach for Nino then, right?
Yes.
How was that? How was he back then? What was he like?
He is always like the bubbly type, the cheerful type. They always pick his friends when they're down, and yeah. But he's also very emotional. He's very sensitive, but yeah, he's a very great player and also a great person for sure.
We can kind of see, because we don't know Nino personally, right? We're just casting over his games, seeing his interviews, but we've seen the growth of Nino. It feels like a matured version of Nino. Do you agree?
Yes,
Do you feel the same?
I agree. I even messaged him last night. I said, I'm so proud of your improvement and yeah, I'm just so happy to see my ex-players now like this in the I mean, I think this is the stage is like the most hype, the most proud, I think, I feel like. And yeah, and for them to experience this is, it's a night to be remembered, I think.
What was your reaction when you saw that winner's interview, man? That was such an emotional moment. You know, we were tearing up here on the panel. I imagine for you, knowing them more personally, must be even more wow.
Yeah, I messaged them personally. Like literally after they win, I messaged them and telling them so proud of them and hopefully they can give their best for today.
That's one of the aspects I think that's quite underrated for a player, right? You can be amazed at the mechanics, at the gameplay of a certain player, but what's also important is how they connect with each other, right? The communication with their teammates, how they lead, you know. I think that's one aspect that I think more teams should look into more before signing a player.
No way, yeah, for sure, I completely agree.
Nasa Padang? Give me nasa Padang, bro.
Gotta cut you right there. Look at how crowded the venue is. And I'm hearing that the MPL Festival is also really packed. So everyone really is showing up for the grand finals. There you go. That is the roar. That is the passion of the fans from the Sonics, the Alter Champs. And I'm pretty sure from the other teams as well, whether it be, the Cavalry, from the Navi Nation as well.
You find the best move?
Amazing. Such a great to see this turnout for the grand final.
The best move niya, guys. Papayto sa inyo.
You want to see real
Best
energy, you want to
move.
look at the festival and see that
Sarap!
the wave of human beings
Sarap!
that always comes every single playoff. That is why this event is such an awaited moment. But here,
Kakain ako, guys!
the champions of MPL Indonesia.
And it's funny, right? Because we're looking at
So much yellow.
season 1 up until this point, whether or not it'll be for Onic or Alter Ego. But this is a really good way of representing of the two
Guys,
different
prank
journeys
lang
that
to,
the
hindi
two
to
teams
watch party,
have
mukbang
underwent,
video
right?
to.
This will be the 8th trophy. If Onic win this will be the first trophy for Alter Ego. Someone comes second though, RRQ with how many trophies is that? 4?
Tofu and 2 eggs and rice.
Very respectable. I mean, you gotta be part of your achievements, man. There is a lot of yellow, but I'm happy to see some orange there.
start, guys. Kain ko na
Hopefully
ako.
we can get even more.
Time to mukbang,
Hey,
saan ka ba?
if a new face shows up here, a bit of red here and there, maybe a bit of a different yellow, I'll be pretty happy, man. We want a diverse, competitive region.
For sure. Like what we've been seeing from MPLPH. I mean, other than the back-to-back championship, right?
Yeah. It feels like TLPH is kind of inevitable in the Philippines region, man. Aurora winning or losing only one in the regular season does not matter at all. Of course, you were in the grand finals, but now we're looking at the history of the finals MVPs. Man, such a throwback. Look at some of the names there.
Yeah, there's I Am Jaco, there's Squad from season 1 as well. So far from Onic, it's been CW, Kyrie, Sans, Keyboy, and then Sans again.
Yeah, and I think if you see the names there, most of the, a lot of the names is now being a coaching staff now.
Oh.
Yeah, Rack, Bin, Shewe now.
Rack as well.
Yeah. So they're transitioning career from players to coach, and they're smart players, and even now.
Meanwhile, Albert.
Oh yeah.
You don't have to point that out, man.
No, I'm just saying, this guy's longevity needs to be studied.
I know.
When everyone else is transitioning, this guy was performing out of his mind after a role swap. I gotta keep telling people that, because what the heck, dude? It doesn't seem real.
I feel super bad though, especially after what happened in the last match. He was carrying EVOS in his bag, man.
Do you agree with that, Coach?
Yeah, I agree, Albert. I also messaged him last night, nice try.
You messaged a lot of people last night, huh?
Yeah, because that game was amazing to watch. You need to cherish the moment, congratulate the people that win and also give a heads up for the people that lost.
But encourage them.
Yeah, encourage them, yes.
And now it leads to this moment here. We're looking at the meta check now for Onic. 41 unique heroes, which is quite surprising because when we're looking at the heroes that everyone has played in the team, I don't feel like it's as much as what we've seen from Alter Ego.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, look at the asset there. It's literally 9th. It's literally dead last in MPL Indonesia. So this can be abused by Alter Ego, but I hope that Alter Ego is not going to be overwhelmed by how much heroes that they can play. So they kind of overloaded, right?
47th though for Alter Ego. 47 picks, 6 on the board. And we've seen so many weird things coming out from Alter Ego. Coach, was this something that you thought could work in this meta? The Matilda in the mid lane, Helter, and then we saw Uranus in the gold lane.
The Matilda in the mid, I have no comment because.
Okay.
But the Uranus in the gold lane is a good way to answer the CC because CC cannot win against Uranus up until she built the Sea Halberd. So Uranus will win the tempo against the Chi-Chi before she built the 3-item spike. So Uranus gold works, Xbox gold also works. I think Alter Ego is about the flexibility, right? Once again, they can pick one hero and can put it anywhere. So that's what makes them special.
Does that mean that Onic don't have that ability?
We're not seeing it. We're not seeing it. Not as much as Alter Ego.
The range, the big topic here. Onic have flex picks of their own, and they have great EXP players too. Talking about fighters, Ludwig has been insane, especially on the Lapu. It leaves an impression, man. When you can dive in and solo kill the mid lane and the gold lane, what are you, an assassin in the EXP lane? That's crazy. But we don't see how far the flex can go for Onic. Maybe because their power heroes are just that much more impressive. So, which is why earlier we got that opinion, right? Hey, it's about flexibility against power picks.
That's why it's so unsettling. Because we're not sure about Onic. Is it because exactly the statement that you mentioned earlier, Rashi? Is it that they don't have it? Is it that they just haven't taken it out? Are they saving strats for M7? Right? It could be.
I mean, other teams could say that, and I wouldn't believe them, but it's Onic. That might be possible. They're still saving strats until M7. An excuse that Rick can always say.
For Bigatron.
Yeah.
Let's see if it works out for Bigatron for M8. Right? We're waiting. So here it is, ladies and gentlemen, the drafting phase for game number 1 presented by this smartphone Samsung Galaxy S25 FE. And before the opening, I really wanted to discuss on this. Are going to go for the instant respect, taking away one of the YSS that Yasuke has found success on, especially yesterday in the lower bracket finals, alongside the Jushin. Coach, thoughts about this?
I think Onic just wants to ban out the comfort hero for Alter Ego. Like we talked about that earlier, like the trio mid, the trio strong mid, because Zuxin and Ishanshin is very strong. Ishanshin have that ultimate to open the map, and Zuxin can just win the mid lane. So I think they want to ban it out and put it more in an even place.
And don't forget, yesterday Coach Bam was very vocal, saying that each match is a own meta. The was yesterday's match with Sushin. Whoever got the Sushin had so much of an advantage, and it had to be respected. Now Coach Adi though immediately with the respect. The Eastern shit that has been used so much by Yasuke, Sushin and the Fanny, they have done their homework.
The Philippine, I think, is a bit unexpected in this series, especially for opening it up, right? Because we haven't seen a single Fanny game from Mr. Yazuke versus Evos. So it feels like Coach Adi knows that if first and catch them off guard, Fanny would be the answer. But speaking of an answer, this is a lot of coach would say this might be the best move to pick.
That is one of the power picks.
Yeah, but it didn't show up at all.
Oh, versus Eagle.
Maybe they still have some PTSD because they beat them with Fanny. Onic, But yeah, the first pick, Grok is, I think, the best roamer in this meta right now because it has a lot of usage, not just the ult, not just but the most important thing is the barrier for level 1 to freeze the wave. That's very important in this meta, in this winning matchup meta. Oh, and they open up with Yuzong and Hayabusa.
Signature Hayabusa here for Yazuke. I mean, flashes to that moment where they were behind and he was able to get a triple kill without the shadow kill. What the heck, man? Along with that, the Yuzong. Whether we see it twice over in the gold lane, I believe. Some people are saying though that could be an option, depending on what the response is from the opposition.
It is definitely maybe in Sever's arsenal, but I don't think it's gonna happen. Man, Yuzong is too much of it's too valuable to leave out in the gold lane because you want him to be there in the XP lane, winning on the retro battles, or not retro battles, the objective battles. But yeah, I think the Hayabusa wouldn't be as successful as before just because of the fact that it's a drop.
Yeah, for sure. And yeah, look at that. Alter Ego picks up the Kimi and Onic picks up the Lancelot and Harris, which is very strong. Again, it's comfort picks for Onic. As you can see, Grok is very comfortable with Kibo is very comfortable with the Grok. Kyrie with his Lance and Styler with his Harris. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, Nijume's second most mid lane pick is Kimi after Zuxin. So yeah, I think for the game maybe they just wanna go for the comfort picks for the it's a big crowd here. Just wanna suit it up. Yeah.
Put on a show. Well, I come to realize about this, talking about the mid-lane options, and we discussed that the big majors like the Farsa, for example, once they miss their skill shots or they use their skills, they're basically sitting around not doing much. And that's where the advantage of the Sushin and the Kimi comes in, especially with the lack of DPS, because the gold laners are playing a lot of fighters. That's why it's showing up so frequently.
We've talked about how important the mid prio is. With now Alter Ego getting their hands on the Hayabusa and Kimi, what do Onic have to do to level out that playing field?
Well, first of all, it's gonna be the ban towards the roamer, right? Because that trio mid, the roamer plays a huge role to control, to zone, to be the first CC that's gonna come in and stun some of the opponents and without the damage trade. So that's why they banned the Katakacha. It might be another ban towards roamer as well for Onic. Something that comes to mind in this kind of scenario probably would be a Hylos.
But I think it's dangerous grass, so maybe Onic wants to bet a hell card. Oh, Hilda, yeah. Maybe. But yeah, I think it's kind of weird to see Alter Ego not drafting their trio mid at the first three. Maybe they're hiding something for the last two picks.
I think they want to hide it, and that's why they pick up the Yuzong and they ban out a bunch of different EXP laners because they know Ludwig is a pivotal player for the side of Onic right now. CC ban here though might be thinking that they want to play the Uranus, maybe something like sustain.
Okay. You know what? You're right.
Or the Arlet maybe.
The Arlet for Alter Ego?
For Onic, I'm thinking.
Oh.
Arlet is a bad matchup against the Yuzong. With the Grok also, maybe they can help. But maybe it can help the first wave, but I think it's still a really hard matchup for Arlet against the Yuzong. Maybe they should pick their roamer here for Alter Ego. If they don't pick their roamer, but they're hiding something for sure.
Could it be a Hellcurt?
Yes, the Grangers, yeah.
Oh, now I think the Hellcurt is out of question by this time, man.
Yeah.
There's not much body in the front, so it's gonna be some tanky boys in front. And this is super scaling composition from Alter Ego. Interestingly enough, we're going back to the old golden matchup with its Granger and Harith.
So the point is, if Granger and Harith is still available, it's gonna be the old meta for sure, because that's the strongest gold laner right now. I mean, the traditional gold laner is only Granger and Harith. If they both win, I think we're starting to shift into the fighter gold lane. Heroes for Onic, man.
Nice call, Arashi. You mentioned the Uranus earlier on.
Did make a bit of sense, but now this is concerning for Alter Ego. Remember, when we see other teams bring out the old meta with the backliners, they have a lot of protection. Now for Alter Ego, it's a Hayabusa, it's a Yuzong. There's not a lot of tools here available to protect the Granger and Kimi from a Farsa, from a Lancelot and Harith. There's a lot of dive available for Onic to really zone out the backline.
I'm afraid they might have to go for something a little bit more passive for Alec. Are we thinking the Hylos here?
I think Hylos is the best pick, but if they want to go crazy, maybe a Cho.
Or double down on the aggression?
Yeah, double down on the aggression. It's Alter Ego, man. Oh, and or the Hallet. Or the Hallet. Yeah, that works.
Great call.
Okay. It looks like the composition has been set in stone. We're going to throw it over to our casters for game number 1 in the grand final.
Alter Ego's redemption beat Onyx. Reign up in the skies. Alter Ego wants to etch their names in the history. But Onic, they want to be the sole rulers of the skies. Welcome to the grand finals of MPLID Season 16. It's Realize alongside Miracle. What do you think of today's grand final?
Well, we expected a 4-3 in the lower bracket finals. Now, I want to say I expect a 4-3 here, but I think that'll curse some things. I say it's going to be 4-0 just so that we get the opposite. It's 7 games in the grand final. 7 games to determine whether Alter Ego can truly, after a long wait, after being denied in Season 6, etch their names into the history books.
One last fight for family, yet for the Sky Kings, another rebellion to quell. It's Onic against Alter Ego in game 1 of our grand finals. So take a look at the clash of eras. Youngblood against veteran Ludwig. By the way, this guy I want to highlight has been stepping up huge for Onic in the playoffs, but for Nino as well. This guy was doubted, especially with the Yuzong that he's picked up. He would usually be seen as a, mid Yuzong player, but he has been proven to be the player who steps up. Alex, here's away.
Early aggression from Alter Ego. The double down called by Coach Aldo. Now it's going to be Yazuki with a quad shadow in. Can't go with the retribution just yet. Wins it out there. 50-50 one up by Yazuki. The early aggression onto Keyboy from Alec. Very signature pick from Keyboy, especially with the rock. And now we move our eyes onto the jungle matchup. Kyrie against Yazuki. For Kyrie, this is him trying to hold his throne. Alec, go flicker, first blood to Gila Sans. That's the guy you want with the kill. With the far side, he is going to snowball. A very comfortable pick for him as well. Goes in for the tough boots, obviously, or rather Warriors boots, excuse me, to get less pressure on the Hayabusa and the Khalid as well. Very, very strong Prio, and Kyrie hits level 4 while counter jungling. Yep. Is able to pick up the XP Crab as well, giving it over to Lupi to insert level 4. Good quad shadow from Yazuki. The early start on the item shadow kill. Keyboy flickering a bit too late, cannot enter the buffer period of the shadow kill, and it's Alter Ego on the board.
That's a kill and a flicker. Preparation for the turtle. As Alec with the mid Prio again, just pushing Sans back. Kyrie comes in to rescue Sans. And when you talk about Yazuki with the Hayabusa, in the last meeting they had, he picked up a triple kill, picked up the pieces of a broken Alter Ego, now Lupi under attack.
Has to flicker, but has to be perfect with it. Is able to pop in the consecration. The time as Keyboy pops in the wall. That's Yazuki. Smashed down for the airstrike flicker from Sans. It's a kill over as Alec jumps in. Sans trying to evade the dragon, does not have the flicker. Nino will dive in, but will lose his life as well.
Bad trade, guys.
It's 2 for 1.
Bad trade si Nino.
Kai on the turtle. Only now as Yazuki spawns back in the game.
That has to be value for Onic because they have dips now on the turtle. They're going to have Prio on this objective and they're going to get it scot-free. Meanwhile, Yazuki will go back to the purple buff. I'm not quite sure if Keyboy wants to pressure that as Alex is able to shadow for him. At least Yazuki can go back to farming ways. And now you see Onic with the early pressure that they're able to bring. We talk about the Granger maybe now. The hands of Alter Ego. Yes, they do have a scaling composition. The Sans!
Shadow kill on the cloud shadow landing 2. It will just be the basic attack. 2 deaths on Gila Sans.
Shadow kill. Secures that kill towards Sans. This guy with the Farsa short, very elusive, very sly. But then you have Yazuki, the guy lurking in the shadows with the Hayabusa. You are for sure to respect him. You have to respect him. And then back to my point, Alter Ego with their scaling composition, obviously with the Kimmy and the Granger, it's gonna be a pest for Alter Ego to, or rather for Onic, to deal with in the late game. So that comes down to Kyrie. If he can get the execution down in the back line, he can get that dive, that's gonna be good. But then you have Nino with the Yuzong. Always ready to split up the formation for Onic when it comes to the dive composition. Time predictions by Gope. It's all in favor for Onic.
Phantom execution. Nino holding in the Black Dragon form, and Lupi gets the last bit of damage to take him down under turret, shoving the wave as well, trying to punish him as much as possible. Yazuki, let us watch Shadow, and again, it's the Shadow kill through the flicker. Another flicker burnt out Farsa. Sans will try to pick up as much gold as possible in the bottom lane as Alec walks up. Raging Sandstorm, a bit more damage. This could actually be threatening for Alec. But he gets away. Traction pulse on Uranus.
Man, I think he's gonna eat it up, and Hijume gets the damage reflection.
That was not worth Hijume. Unless they can get a dive here. Petrify ready, the Black Dragon form as well. Sans has flicker, but they clear out the wave as Kai joins in bot. Make sure that his teammates are gonna get a safe recall.
Alter Ego, they're able to pick up scraps of trades. Sure, Yazuki has on and those kills are onto Keyboy, but it'll be mounting up quite fast.
That's everything thrown at Lupi. Kai with a puncture now, Thorn Rose as well. Able to get back with a puncture into the wave in mid. Alter Ego with the advantage. Alec zoning Skylar in the back. That's gonna be the Black Dragon form used up as well. Picks up the turtle. Kai with the Thorn Rose. Gets away. Raging Sandstorm flicker to get out. That's a wall. Alec will fall to Kai.
Good wall from Keyboy to stop Alec from riding in his sand. But at least Alter Ego are still maintaining that gold lead with that turtle as well in the hands of Yazuki. Honest prediction by Goldface, 61% favoring Onic. And now Traction Pulse.
Oh, Iris puncture. But he stays calm. Bad execution. Yazuki with the help of Hijume. Now he's on a killing spree, but Onic, they retaliate. They go straight for the turret up top. They will punish.
It's a value kill. That is a statement from Yazuke. Alec, do they want to collapse here? Hijume is close by in the neighborhood.
Tech charge ready. Gold crab taken by Skylar, I believe there. Purple buff threatened by Yazuke as Sans tries to make it back. Does have the flicker as Alec walks up as well. Ludwig joining in. That's going to be the retribution. Take the purple buff away and Ludwig disengages.
And also pressured by Alter Egos. Chaos early game again. Yazuke 4-1.
Oh guys, championship to, best of 7.
Around the map, the kills, the pickoffs, even the third up top
guys.
and the turtle as well earlier on. But then you see Yazuke with a 4-kill lead. That's the guy you want to have the lead. That's the guy you want to have the max gold. And he
sobrang lamang kasi.
Wants Kyrie down in his
Pera
own
si Skylar, guys.
That's a very strong push. And down bottom, Kyrie might be collapsed on.
Watch how it lands. Oh, the Phantom Execution was mistimed. Thorn Rose gets him out. Sans knows there's no Blood Shadow, but an instant Black Dragon form gets
Nino aggressive.
Gonna go for the dive on Sans on the turret. That's a good stun over. Petrify the furious dive as Nino takes the kill. But now he's stuck in no man's land. Up against 2. Gets the DOT. Gets a little bit more sustain. Kai with the damage. Again with the Thorn Rose. It's Nino for the price of Sans. Skylar up top. Threatened by Alec and Arfi for the turret. He is going to dash it forward. Has to purify. Pops in some on force. Gets gunned down a bit, but has enough sustain. But he will have to give Yazuke. Okay. Watch Shadow doesn't land. Shadow kill will.
Yazuke talaga.
Kill for the rookie.
What are you doing?
Shadow Prodigy again.
Shadow Prodigy, guys.
Finds so much value in isolating Onic when it comes down to cleanup duty. And obviously now they have man advantage. Inside of the objective for the turtle as well. Now Alec and Arfi will collapse onto this. Keyboy, he will have that flank charge ready. But Alec in the back will try to zone out Sans.
That's a red tree from Kai, getting it. It was a bit off as Raging Sandstorm was used up by Alec, but Sans was able to evade from it. It's just a clean neutral objective take as a structure to Alter Ego.
Shout out kay viewers, shout kay Jade and Nicole.
Technically giveaway for the turtle. They still gonna
Alec,
Alec walks out.
Gonna be fine, Yazuke. Final kill!
Onto the back, it's gonna be Skylar.
Who
gets taken out. RP taken low, but Kai misses a puncture.
Di pa namin this. Isang beses pa lang
Onic, what is happening with them? Warm hands, I suppose, but Alter Ego are not stopping the pressure. You kill Yazuke.
Sama ng tingin ni
He's
Adi,
going at it all around. Again, finding so much value with the Hayabusa Alec 1v1 with Kyrie.
Yeah.
I don't think he wants to commit.
Don't think so. Yeah. Raging Sandstorm away. It's just all about delaying Kai. Even though it's a split second, right? Like, gives Yazuke more time to play with the tempo that he has on the map.
Pero pag nag-late game to guys, magwawala
He's doing a lot this game. Yep. Yes, he doesn't have that many kills, and yes, he's not building the classic Sky Piercer, but the traction pulses, the baits out for Kai. That was what enabled Yazuke to get in.
So now,
guys, also 95 viewers, hello guys!
We've seen RP participate in the team fight. And the Granger is scaling as time goes on. That's Yazuke absorbing all the spotlight to himself. 6-1. And even RP this time around, still yet to do the heavy lifting. Ooh. With traction pulse again becoming such a nuisance for Onic to deal with. Ludwig will cut the waves up top. He'll try to push it on towards Nino. And then you would argue, how does Onic navigate when it becomes a 5v5 team fight? When Alter Ego are clearly scaling, this man right here can always obliterate your backline. Our 3 items with the Malefic Roar as well. That's going to be extra damage for the Granger, who yet is able to fire his bullets. Look at him. It's Mr. Pastol right there.
Pastol in the building.
Pick Mia right now.
Pick Mia. To satisfy him, but I don't think you'll satisfy your fans if you pick Mia. You know, I think a lot of fans will be very angry. So maybe not. Seal used by Alec, entering the bush, opening it up. Traction lands on Skylar, a bit more damage with the glowing wand as well.
Let's see, Alter Ego juggling around. A potential Lord take. They want to have their eye on this. But look at Onyx wave clear. I think it's pretty good to try to stop the pressure again with Skylar and Sans. So now,
finals
their horses.
The gold lead realized. Yeah. Throughout the early game of most of our matches in MPL Indonesia, especially the regular season, with 2 turtles done. This is so close, down the wire.
It is. He's going to maintain it, and that is what Onic is able to do right now. Carlium Beam connects. He is eating up damage.
A lot of damage. You gotta be careful. Consecration baited out before the fight. Arfi is sitting on a Sky Piercer.
Yeah.
Just needs a few stacks to get going.
A few stacks to get the Granger online. Granger Danger as they say.
Kaya ko bibigay ng
my
Onic
God,
yung First Lord, guys.
No consecration, but he's gonna be fine. As of now, he's the one to
Unless may gawing
has the
solid na
regeneration
si
to go
Kyrie.
past
Bigla
Ultra
nagwala,
Ego Kyrie.
ayan, oh.
We'll go into the puncture Nino. Oh, that's scary.
Yeah,
petrified too.
Yeah, bit of a jump scare there for sure, but I think they know that Kai has top
Uy,
moves.
mga salita
The
mo.
brute force breastplate already completed too, so it
Oh,
won't
banana.
really lock him down for that long. Yeah, they'll end up having to waste some resources,
Yeah,
but they see
conceal
Lance
play
on the
from
bottom
Alec.
lane. That means
Alec.
will have to get position. Wings by wings, already utilized. Mobilization lands on Ludwig as the Lord will be reset.
Alec, kalmado lang.
Wave already cleared
Tezuki
by Kai.
nag-aabang.
Kyle, the waves are pushing, but it's gonna be a freeze down bottom. They're gonna let that happen. Ultra Ego are the ones dictating the tempo. They have the tempo. Shadow kill!
Oh, he
no!
translates it
Walang
over
red
to the
tree.
Lord.
Pero
So,
walang- hindi pa magaling.
no quad shadow. That's a wall down. Keyboy tech charge. Suns goes in. They dive on the assassin. Keyboy gets a shutdown now. Is asking the black dragon from with the help of Alex. Suns with the flicker out. Benito follows through. It's a kill over as a traction pulse locks him down. Meanwhile, Lupe zoning RP in the back line. Kai with a walk up again. Ijume doing a whole lot. Nino!
Petrifying against the double kill. Scholar has to run away for his life.
lahat,
Will he
guys.
survive?
Skylar goes back in. It's Nino with a triple. The Beast is having a field day and he wants a maniac. Look,
Nino versus Luke,
too
itong
sustainable,
series na to,
too
guys.
tanky. 3 for 3 at the end of the day as Luke Peak tries to push him forwards.
Ulok ni Luke,
RP has
tulog ka ba?
Sky Piercer. That does a little damage to Luke Peak though.
Kyrie is still in the purple buff. And he won't be able to get it as Yazuke will be the one to secure that. Meanwhile, Onic, they go for the 3 for 3 trade, but RP is still alive and well. And as of now, it's Nino carrying the entire team
Hi,
fight
MJ.
with the
Hi,
three-man
Hi,
Petrify.
Apollo. Hello, guys.
The Beast shows up in time.
The Beast?
And Alec, he has prior for the vision spot, especially with the Khalid. But Onic, they want to try to
Ayun,
bait
guys,
Ultra Ego into the fight. They want to try to
Sali
get
pa ako.
Ultra Ego going.
Real, alis. Hindi ako alis, guys. Unlist na ako sa Onic.
Might try to look for a target, but the traction pulse again.
Kaya nanonood
It's a
ako
very
ngayon ng
valuable
game.
tool
Mag-aalis.
for Ultra Ego, especially in the hands of the Timmy. RP has the Sea Halberd, so that's going to exert much more anti-regen up towards the Uranus, who, by the way, has been very much pushed down. That's Sally Boy.
70 viewers, guys.
The Miracle Boy here as well. We're in the presence of greatness. We got CarlTzy this earlier. Hey, Unk WCW, who's now a part of the coaching staff, no longer
Cherry, guys,
playing
ang pogi,
professionally.
oh. Sarap.
Also here watching his team try to execute his drafts. Immortality pickup for Alec. A slow push down below as well. Now Ludwig taking a half HP.
He is fighting all the
Lamangin
bullets.
bot ng AE.
He's gonna be okay. He's a Uranus after all. He'll regen quite quickly. That's not gonna be an item. But oh, he's gonna be fine. Traction pulse again with the pressure that is mounting highly on Onic Ultra Eagle. They know they have the range advantage, so they're just gonna try to poke around Onic until they blow their resources out, and then they can go for the jugular.
masasabi mo kay Yami?
Alex still on the back line. He is looking for a
Ano
flank
masasabi
angle.
mo kay
Onic. They want to try to rush this, but I think Ultra Ego needs to respond to
Kaya
this.
talaga, guys.
Onic,
Kailangan
they want
natin
to try to
gustuhin
force it as
natin
much as
yung
they can just because of
pinaka-
slow push in the bottom lane. Alec, the Immortality just bought it. I don't think it's worth to have it pop instantly. Get some healing back. And it is back to the Lord Dance. Man, such a slow game as we got into the double-digit timer.
Towards anyone.
Twilight armor picked up. Yeah. And I really like to see it, man. Carl, in the interview just earlier, said that Indonesian players lack discipline, and I'm glad to see the discipline now showing both teams they're playing through the macro control, through the advantages. Alec, conceal.
They go for the Beijing Sandstorm, doesn't land on anyone.
That's a big mistake, but there's no punish just now. No lockdown to lock Alec. They need to wait for the resources to be used over to Yazuke, who's in the bush right now, has position, goes over the quad channel, just a bit of poke over to Kai. Feather airstrike will take Yazuke to half HP. And we're back to the dogs.
Detain. Malefic Roar completed for Kyrie. Damage, damage, and damage is the name of the game when it hits this mid-game to late-game spike as well. Meanwhile, RP guns down will keep trying to push him back. An Ultra Eagle. For a team known to be so chaotic, they like to play a very, very disciplined position. Is that? Oh, I think it is.
I think it might be.
Go Taslim.
Keyboy! Gets a two-man counter to jump in, but he misses the puncture. Alec holding it in. Traction pulse landing. Keyboy still there. Nino doing a lot of damage. Ludwig walks up. Big moments. But not a big reaction from Alter Ego. They stay composed.
Feels like a bit disconnection. And yes, it is. We get information. That's Joe Taslim. At the seas, though, completed. Shadow Kale with the quad shot over the Suns. He gets away right as Mr. Joe shows up. They go for the 5-feather airstrike as well. RP picking up the first Sky Piercer stack of the game as Skyler is able to go for the on board with Yasuke! Walks up and it's a double for RP! Alter Ego, take control, traction, pulse, and even Suns not giving space to recall. The re-engage from Alter Ego is perfect. Dino goes in for the backline, but Arfi is free to shoot his bullets. 3 kills. That means 30 stacks of Sky Piercer. The later the game goes, the worse it gets for Onic. They lose Ludwig, Keyboy, and Skyler in the process. This Harriet hasn't been able to play comfortably because of the pressure that Alter Ego is able to mount. And Alter Ego dictating the tempo for almost 10 minutes now. And you would argue this is a case of the mortal players, Alter Ego. The normies, the eyes of the Sky Kings. But now, they stand on par, they stand toe-to-toe, and even above them in at least game 1. Item check so far, wager full stacks, or rather full items. He has the rose gold for extra protection. Other than that, Twilight Armor stacked by Keyboy too. Heptacies for Alec, extra damage because he knows that he has to assist RP in trying to go into the cleanup duty. Alter Ego, they want to try to get a few structures in.
Viewers, guys.
Wow. The instant capitalization, Yasuke! Again forcing the flicker out from Sans. So lethal. Just a small window and he takes it. Even Ludpi disintegrating to the damage of the bullets of Hijube and RP is Kai. Jumps into the puncture, going through over to Alec, but Yasuke again. That's line able to find 2, but then there's no follow-up. Black Dragon form zones into the back line as Keyboy's the one isolated. RP picks another Nito with a petrified Fury side. He will lose his life. Raging Sandstorm from Alec.
Onic hold, but Yasuke is your shadow kill!
Very low, but everybody staying alive. A feathered airstrike just to zone. Alter Ego unable to crack open the far lane, but they have gotten one. Base turret.
The hold is good from Onic. Nino dive and gets 2. In the process, at least the stun goes in, but Alter Ego are way too hard to follow up. Real-time victory rate for Alter Ego, 88%. By Samsung Galaxy S25 FE. Onic, man, their engagement has been good, but there seems to be a disconnect in which there has no follow-ups been done for Onic. Traction pulse against Pam to try to give leeway for Alter Ego to make their way onto the backline. But Ludpi, I think, is one of the foundations that's keeping Onic alive. At least he's the one absorbing all the damage, absorbing all the bullets. And Yasuke, the sheer pressure you have as Alter Ego with this man on the Hayabusa. He doesn't even need the shadow kill to really do damage. With the shurikens, he is insane. Game flagged by Gopay with total of 4 assists in the game. Kyrie now ranks number 2 all-time jungler in MPL ID with a total of 2,000 assists.
He's gonna have to get a lot more assists this game, man, if they want to win it. You saw the AI prediction.
Yeah.
You saw in the past matches how clean Alter Ego can be with a lead like this, and with this early control of the great player slow pushing. Onic are put in a desperate position. Even Sans having wings by wings after getting immobilized in the bush.
Oh, winner crown for Arfi. He sold his boots for, again, extra bit of safety. At least he can prolong his life and then go in for the cleanup. But again, look at the waves pushing in. It's in favor for Alter Ego. Skyler is far away. He has to clear that wave up top. And Alter Ego, they want to blitz this. Ludpi getting way too much damage. Half HP from the Lord.
He has to walk up now. He has to soak in damage. Kyrie can make a miracle play. No, he cannot. Yasuke pops in the shadow kill. Has punch out as well. Kai tries mortality, but will lose out his life to the Sky Piercer. Yes, the crowd. Keyboy fails.
Kyrie.
Iconic card. RP gets the unstoppable. And it's unpredictable.
The Sky Kings are running back to their castle. Alec in the back with Hijube gunning down.
Alec with the slash. Now it's just the Prince. Can he defend RP? Forcing out the winner crown, buys the immortality. It's Yasuke who slays the Prince and takes the lead in the best of 7.
Alter Ego invoke chaos up in the sky as Onic, the Sky Kings, concede game number 1. Cool, calm, collected, discipline shown by the masters of the chaos. So much contradiction, but they get it done. So calculated. Going toe-to-toe has been the main theme for Alter Ego in this game against Onic.
Going toe-to-toe against Onic is one thing. Going toe-to-toe, outsmarting them, outplaying them. Kazuke out-jungling Kai? Now that's a different story. Alter Ego. Even after the win, you can see the discussion, you can see the difference in mentality, the difference of environment. Alter Ego has always been the team to win out early.
MVP guys,
passive strike back, them throwing in. But now the discipline is immaculate. The macro game is immaculate. We have someone to thank for that. People to thank for that. Yep. Professor X and Sticks. Man,
hello
guys. Has been very creative in the
class.
Shout out to the beast Nino with the Yuzong. Diving in, isolating members, getting a 3-man petrify. Just becoming the heart of this blood-boiled Alter Ego lineup. When you beg the question for these Sky Kings, what has been happening to them? Engages were found. Key Boy with his trademark moves, but it seems like the team is in disconnect. They can't really follow up on what was an insane engage in this last battle, man. Gila Sans was not Gila after all, and Skylar the Prince. He saw his kingdom fall once in the black and orange. Will this be the same kingdom up in the skies falling again, right in front of his very eyes?
The three faces of chaos have come a long way, but it is a best of 7, a long series up ahead. They gotta keep locked in.
Now to lock in. Panelists, what do you think of that game? Break it down for us.
Guys, let's go.
An exemplary game number 1 to open up the grand finals, ladies and gentlemen, as Alter Ego are able to lead the series 1-0. We gotta break this down from every single angle here, because I think even all of us who are watching backstage, we had so many emotions going around. The arena was going wild. Let's start with the drafts.
Yeah, I think it's comfort picks against comfort picks. I mean, that's the most honest draft picks that Alter Ego has shown in this playoffs. Like, it's just Alter Ego is just showing, like, if you pick your comfort pick and you give me my comfort picks, yeah, we can beat you too.
Because we were quite surprised with the Khalid last pick.
Yeah, I mean, I would have went for the high loss, but in a sense, I am corrected, right, in this case, because Alter Ego played that early game super aggressively. Alec did get punished a couple of times from T-Boy and also Sans, but he traded off with 2 kills, 2 early kills to Sans on a Farsa. That is not something that is usually possible.
You would think that wouldn't be worth it at all, but somehow they were able to turn it around. And one of the main reasons why is our player of the game, presented to you by our official tournament smartphone, Samsung Galaxy S25 FE, Nino on the Yuzong. Arashi, talk us about this Yuzong pick.
Bro, he played a great game here. In the early game, he was making so many moves. He was one of the quote-unquote more dominant winning lanes. And despite the fact that Onic were trying to make maneuvers to maybe avoid dealing with this Yuzong in the early game, he just forced his way into the backline. And the amount of times he made a play diving in was already a spectacle to behold. The amount of times he did like a clutch zoning maneuver when Keyboy went for a big engage is also part of why Alter Ego were able to maintain such dominance. This is basically Alter Ego saying, like, in order to protect a backline, you don't have to get protection. Sometimes the best defense is a great offense. And honestly, if in this game with the Khalid, if Alter Ego were not as coordinated, there were plenty of times where Onic could potentially punish Alec for trying to zone, for trying to flank in the back line. But because the follow-up is so on point from Alter Ego, it ended up working out. And check out this play from Nino, dude. I thought Onic definitely had the edge here. He just said no.
Triple petrify here, I think.
Yeah. Oh, man. Beautiful. I think that was a triple kill picked up by him here. And that kind of kept Alter Ego from falling behind. With 2 marksmen against Onic, they were able to maintain at least an even gold lead, and that is more than enough when you know that your backline is gonna scale so far. And I think the turning point was here when Arfi was able to get finally a couple of stacks immediately.
Yeah.
And look at this, Nino zoning everyone, making Keyboy's last-ditch attempt to be in vain. And he still went in. This guy's crazy.
Yeah, it is such a trouble when you're playing a Farsa, especially with a flicker. I mean, like it or not, you gotta go flicker against this.
Yeah.
But when you pop that feather airstrike, it's an instant cancel with the what's the ultimate? It pretty much moves you back, right? When you get hit by the dragon. And Farsa, which usually has the advantage of following it up without really being in range of the enemy's heroes, it's gone. Like, Sans cannot follow up Keyboy properly. And shout out to this draft coming in from Alter Ego, man. This Uranus becomes less and less relevant as the time goes by because it's a double marksman meta, right? Or it's a double marksman composition from Alter Ego. And also the Sea Halberd, the rush towards the Sea Halberd from Arfi, that pretty much eliminates the possibility of Lutfi man-to-man or like man-checking Arfi in the backline.
I was quite surprised by how much damage Lutfi was taking and that point where he got taken down as well.
Because I think for big Lutfi as an Uranus, I think he might be dizzy what items to build because Kimi hurts, Hayabusa hurts, Ranger hurts. But I think for this game, I would like to give props to Yasuke too. I think he carried the early game so much because Onic was getting kills, right? But it's getting traded by Yasuke getting kills. He's being active, roaming around the map from bottom lane to mid lane to top lane. He get all the kills and he pretty much carried early.
He even mentioned that when we were watching, behind the scenes, that Alter Ego had control over 3 lanes at the same time. Is that because of Yasuke?
I think it's because of Yasuke and also Alex Halit. Because I think he does his job so well, just zoning around, just roaming around as a Halit with the mobility.
People.
Yeah, spotting people. It's like a human ward. He shows.
No retainer, guys. Sa baba lang.
Yeah. And honestly, the setup, again, the coordination needs to be shouted out here for Alter Ego. The only reason why Yasuke was able to play so efficiently is that every time he reaches, the area of operation, whether it's the EXP lane or the gold lane, the kill is right there for the taking. The rest of the teammates have forced out the flickers, have forced out the ultimates. He just comes in and just cleans up. And that happened more than one time, so it's not luck. It's all calculated and set up by Alter Ego.
Yeah, to further your point, Arashi, this draft is, you might see the 2 marksmen, right? So it's more of a scaling composition. But when you look at the heroes in the front line, it's Yuzhong and also Khalid. So they're kind of playing with the timer, right? Khalid in a losing position is much worse than in a winning position. So the fact that they were able to take the gamble and play this composition to perfection, you're up against when you think of Kyrie, you think of Lancelot. When you think of Sans, you think of Farsa. And those 2 heroes, Keyboy the Grok and also Skylar the Harith, that's pretty much also one of the main comforts of these 2 people, right? And you beat them.
And I gotta say,
what the heck?
Keep the pressure, guys.
If you want to talk about the impact of Nino, we said in this game, in the panel, the only target he really has is Sans. Sans did only about 2,000 more damage than Luffy on a Uranus, on a Farsa. Like, that is how much Nino had his number, dude.
And that's rare to see Sans putting that
on a
little much
Farsa.
damage.
52 damage, 54,000 damage to Luffy's 52.
We didn't see a single TP from Sans at all.
At all. Not even once. Not even a cheeky.
No recalls. You got no time for that, man. You got no time for that.
I gotta applaud the mentality of Alter Ego coming into this game, right? I think a lot of people would really shudder just by the Onic name alone.
Yes.
But you can see it reflected in their gameplay. Yasuke going for the 1v1s against the Lancelot of Kyrie, winning it out a couple times as well.
Yeah. Also the mentality of Alter Ego. You can see in the huddle after the game, there were no hints of celebration at all from Alter Ego. All they did was huddle up as a 5, Nino as a leader. This one is the thing that we need to fix. Blah blah blah. So that shows that leadership and also the championship mentality, even though they haven't reached that yet.
Stone cold focus.
You want to talk confidence? They picked 2 marksmen in a dangerous grass against Keyboy's Grok, against Sans on the Farsa. Like, if I told you that before seeing the game, you'd be like, no way, like, why would they do that? But they did, right? That's the confidence they have right now. They don't care.
So now we're looking at Alter Ego and they can play so many different styles. we were looking at the drafts, and like you mentioned, it was such an honest draft by Alter Ego. We see the Granger pop in, and this is like something that we haven't seen in quite some time from Arfi, considering that he's been playing a lot of fighters in the gold lane. But now they come up with this strategy, and Onic go back to the drawing board. They go back and to think to themselves, what can we do better in game number 2 to adjust? There's one thing that everyone here can agree on that they don't have to adjust on, and it's the device that they're using right now. Ladies and gentlemen, the Samsung Galaxy S25, and specifically S25 FE. Now, Arashi will talk to Aldo about the specs.
So that's a 4,900 mAh battery, and it's fast charging. So generally, you don't really have an issue trying to play with low battery. On top of that, the dynamic AMOLED, 2x display with 120 refresh rate. At this point, 120 refresh rate is a must. Let's be real here. You need that performance. Don't forget, it doesn't heat up either. So with the design and the materials, it stays cool, man. And usually I would tell you, hey, you get access to that Galaxy AI as well. But honestly, I feel like the way Alter Ego are playing, it might be beyond science. I don't know if Galaxy AI can handle that.
Yeah, I was about to say that maybe Alter Ego needs to use the AI feature to make themselves as the champions in this grand finals matchup after it concluded. But no, the way it's looking right now, it is very possible for them
to do it without AI.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm training Arashi to be a salesperson. How is he doing?
I think
pitching well?
good.
Okay, now talk to him about the prices.
So, usually, sir, this is a flagship level phone, so you might be thinking it's gonna cost, what, 20? Right? In this economy, 20 mil? Let's be real here. Sir, this is 8 million IDR for flagship performance. How do they do it? I have no idea. It's a trade secret. But on top of that, if you wanna channel in your Chinese heritage to save, to be a bit more thrifty, to save on the economy, you can get other deals. Free upgrades on the storage up to 256 gigabytes. And just like that, you shave off the cost down to about like 6, because there's like 3 million in cashbacks alone. Not to mention, if you're an audience right here, you can get a free travel adapter too. In 2025, companies still giving you a travel adapter
for free?
Samsung, bro.
Wow.
That's worth it, man. That's worth it.
Maybe I'm Chinese.
Makes you want to be Chinese, doesn't it? Gotta channel it.
I mean, they call me Chi here.
Oh, because you're in thick.
Chi Eterna.
So you fit the description?
Close enough.
You got the vibe? I don't know. The Chi-Chi-Chi-Pig vibe?
Chi-Chi-Chi-Pig vibe. If you guys want to be Chi-Chi-Chi-Pig vibe or Coco Pig vibe, you can come over to the venue, right? The doors are still wide open, especially at the MPL Festival, where you guys can enjoy several different activities, because today's going to be the last day.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, no more opportunity.
It is tough, man. But yeah, obviously, go pay 15 diamonds free. If you're using the app already, why are you not using it to the fullest advantage? Especially with the event that's going on right now, there's Asperts. There's a lot of events, right? Yeah. The 9th MLBB anniversary.
Right, great skins, great skins.
I think there's a collector at the moment, right?
Oh, you're right.
Is the Amon still?
No, it's Arlet, right?
What's Arlet now?
I forgot.
Amon, right?
Oh, it's Amon.
I don't usually go for the collector skins, I'm trying to save up for more of the anime themed skins. You know me. That's the reason why I'm called Arashi. But yeah, make sure that you take advantage of this promo, man, because it looks like it's small, but it really adds up.
Especially if you guys go ahead and check out the yellow diamond mission. You guys can get free 15 diamonds. So don't forget to check out gopay.co.id/games, or of course download the app to make things a lot easier. Because that's not the only thing you can do on GoPay. You can pay your bills, you can pay your electricity, you can buy quota, you can transfer money to each other.
You name it.
Because I think Aldo wants to send me money after this, right? You can use the GoPay app.
What's
So much more efficient, it's easier.
I don't know.
He's like, why?
I'm using it to the fullest advantage.
Exposed.
Why do I owe money?
Am I tricked now?
Got scammed.
One time, Bude Clara sent me 500k for no reason at all.
It's because you screenshotted your balance, man.
That's just Bude things, man. What a saint.
That's how amazing she is.
Honestly.
Oh, God.
Right.
But of course, don't forget to vote for your champion as well. It's going to be the last time you can do it this season because once again, GoPay is giving out every day up to 1,000 lucky winners of prizes worth of 2.5 million. So that's crazy. You guys can get MLBB skins, there's GoPay coins, there's headphones, there's power banks, and last time there were 7 motorbikes, I believe, as well as 5 smartphones that are still available for the taking. So don't forget to download the GoPay app, the app for MPL.
For sure. Especially when you want to come over to the venue, you got to use the best in the business. It's the real here.
Yeah, sometimes when you are using a car, you get caught up in the traffic, but when you're on a motorbike, you can just slither in all those traffic.
Yeah.
This Jakarta,
guys,
awful Jakarta traffic.
Awful Jakarta traffic with the Gojek app, right?
Yeah.
And it's connected with the GoPay app, so things are just so much easier in terms of transportation and food.
Yeah.
And also Gojek food.
Bunch of good places here to eat. Great food places. In Pig, I would know. I hang out here a lot. My area. For once, we're actually in somewhere I actually know. Usually, it's way too far.
All right, so let's go back to the game now, boys and girls. Era to era, right? We've been seeing a lot of
guys, analyst now next
different
season.
styles of alter ego. We've been seeing the old alter ego back at M2, and then we transitioned into the Sultan era, and then now we're at the new era. And it's so funny because if we take a look at all the statistics and the history of all the players, literally only Nino has been around for almost 10 seasons. Everyone else is new. Yazuke entered this season, and I think Owen was a part of season 14. But that's relatively new compared to Onic right now. Coach, seeing these 3 eras, what do you think about the new era right now? And do you think this might be the prime era, the new prime era of Alter Ego?
I believe this is the prime era, the new prime era.
Wow.
Because what I see in this era that doesn't have in that era is that discipline.
Yes.
They are way more disciplined in this era. I mean, it's the same gameplay. I mean, the chaotic team fights, they like to fight, they like to brawl. It's been there. It's since the prime era, Sultanan era, and the new era is still the same. But what they have now that they don't have before is the discipline. They know how to close games. They don't overcommit, overchase. And we can see from that game 1, it was perfect.
That's crazy.
And don't forget, they're doing this against teams that are better.
Yeah.
Let's be real, like the game has developed so much since the previous eras, and
Wala na to, guys.
pulling off some really chaotic but also disciplined team fights in 2025.
And by the way, this is not the alter ego that we see at the start of the season. Like, the alter ego that we see at the start of the season needs a lot of fixing, and the fact that they were able to fix that in a span of like, I don't know, 2 months is insane, man. The expectations to the reality that we have right now with alter ego going toe-to-toe, maybe winning it out against Onic in the finals,
guys.
it is just surreal.
Hard work, right? Put in the hard work.
And also the patch.
Yeah.
And a sprinkle of luck.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yes, of course. I mean, yeah.
They're trying to push the luck thing further, though.
Yes, agree.
You see 2 posts from Alter Ego, like from the fans and all that stuff. From Cole Delwyn as well.
Zephyr.
Pretty much the caption, Hockey Bude.
I think everyone from Alter Ego post that.
Oh, everyone? The whole team?
Yeah, even the staff.
Wow.
I think they don't want to over-celebrate at this point, right? They're so close. They're so close to winning the grand finals, claim that trophy for themselves. A trophy that has evaded them since the beginning of the entirety of MPL IG. And that's why that factor of luck, I think, is like the main idea or the theme that they're pushing out right now.
I mean, season 6, they were one hit away from the base, or I don't know.
They were
Yep.
They need that luck.
Shout out Captain Vin and also Albert.
Yeah.
They need that luck, man. I mean, yeah.
Scarred into the memory, but we're looking at the era to era from Onic, right? Back when we had the Kage era, into the golden era, the back to back to back to back, and then now the Dream Team era with Skylar, Prince Skylar from RRQ, strengthening the lineup of Onic. How would you compare these 3 eras, Coach Joe?
Dominating dominance. It's just I think from this 3 era, it shows it's just Onic dominance, right, in the league. And I think they don't change that much. I mean, they know how to adapt to the patches, and yeah, they're just good players, but they're just great at MLBB. What can you ask more?
Yeah, that's a great way to put it. They're just great at it somehow. Doesn't matter what changes, what patch.
Actually, on that note, I had a little discussion with Mirko on the panel about the patch. And he mentioned that the losses that Onic suffered was actually after the patch hit. So would you still consider that Onic have fully adapted to the patch?
I think they adapted in their own way, I think.
Okay.
Because they prio more on their comfort picks.
Still.
Yeah, but yeah, since it's Onic, comfort picks is strong. Yeah. But yeah, I think, yeah, as you can see, teams now already adapt to. I mean, Alter Ego game 1, it's comfort picks and comfort picks once again, and they also, yeah, maybe it's because of the new patch.
Which makes things kind of weird for Onic in game number 1. You think that obviously the best role model pick right now is probably Grok, right? You win out on the mid prio, and also you have that set potential, right? That's been what's limiting Onic in the regular season, at least after the patch hits. Keyboy does not have that Keyboy heroes. The Tigreals are gone. Yeah. The Cho is kind of gone. Can still be big, but might not be the best pick right now. And Grok is like the best of both worlds, and they still lost.
So what do they do now? We're heading into game number 2. Boys and girls of the grand finals here in best of 7. It seems like Onic are still sticking with blue side. So we saw a lot of value from blue side yesterday. Coach, from your personal opinion, do you still see a distinct difference between blue side and red side, and whose side would it favor more?
Nah, I think in this meta, in this patch,
50-50?
It's 50-50. It's just how you, if you're blue side, you're setting the tempo, right? What you want to draft, and if you're red side, you just want to answer. And I think Alter Ego did answer well in the first game, but I think I want to see a more contested Hayabusa pick, because since Isunshin is banned, I think the best jungler to play in the mid lane to gank, to be aggressive, is Hayabusa. So let's see. Maybe Onic will first pick it. I don't know.
Okay, we'll see whether or not this Hayabusa will get contested in the drafting phase of game number 2. Presented to you by the official tournament smartphone Samsung Galaxy S25 FE. It looks like so far the bans are very similar, but Alter Ego have actually banned the glue instead of the Kalea. Jeffrey, talk to us about this.
Oh, I'm not sure. I'm quite surprised that Onic did not make any adjustments at all. Well, in the banning phase at least, now they picked the Hayabusa, as you mentioned, Coach, though, just the jungle that really wins out of the mid-fire can really help Sans and also Keyboy establish dominance in the mid lane. Now Alter Ego have to maybe take the Grok here and another Hijime hero to complement it up, or they could go back to a CC. You know,
maybe just go use Zong again. So
that works.
If it works, don't change.
It works so well with Dino's style. Not to mention, the Alice is a hero that has been mentioned a lot. Basically, a better Uranus. So if Onic want to go with the Alice, I believe the matchup favors the Yuchong just a little bit. A bit of skill, of a skill matchup involved there. Yuchong Ruby.
Wow.
And again, where is everything going? Sometimes you don't quite know.
I mean, isn't it just almost fixed that it's going to be a Ruby gold at this point?
At this point with Alter Ego, I don't think it's good.
Yeah.
I think it makes sense. Yeah, they're just because maybe they're anticipating the CC pick too. That's why they picked the Ruby. But maybe it's for sure Ruby Gold or Yuzong XP. But yeah, maybe we don't know. Once again, as Arashi said, it's Alter Ego. So
wait, I think we had a conversation with Toss in talent room, right? He said that a fighter mid or tank mid might be viable.
Hijime Ruby?
No way.
Run it back Evo's days?
No way.
But I think the Ruby is a very good pick against the Hayato, right? Because it's not as easy to get a Ruby compared to a Granger or Harrod. So maybe that's the adjustment that Alter Ego is making in this draft.
And I feel like considering that earlier, it's all about the movements, it's all about the playmaking, right? Crowd control is so important. And I'm not sure if I like how Onic don't really have any just yet. And I believe that could be why Alter Ego are banning away all these EXP laners, because Ludpi is usually very much involved along with Keyboy in making those plays happen. I mean, look at Nino, right? EXP lane can control so much of the tempo of a fight.
Oh man, I think this is the first time in the playoffs that no roamer pick in the first phase at all. I might need some correction if there is any game that I forgot about. Oh, look who's in the house! Oh, Teleboy! The Miracle Boy!
what a great moment for him watching the next generation attempt a chance to achieve greatness. Dangerous grass again, though. I really feel like this suits Alter Ego's style so much more because they've been very crafty in checking the bushes, but also making use of the bushes to trap Onic. I mean, Lutfi fell a couple of times purely because of the confusing positioning of Alter Ego.
I think Cypher is trying to pick up a get ban from Onic. He's just baiting because they banned the Hylos and Kalea. But I think it's back again. It's dangerous grass, so we don't know what Alter Ego is cooking, right? Maybe Hilda, maybe a Hellcard because it's already 2 fighters. We don't know. So let's see what Onic will ban here first.
They could go back again towards the Khalid, not really the greatest of matchup against the Hayabusa and also the Kimi, but it does give you that mid-prior, right? Because you really need that. Especially after the Kimi is picked, the Eve is banned, the Angela is banned. So are they thinking what we're thinking?
Maybe it's a bit overthinking. I think to be honest, that's a
oh my god.
They're saving Alec Hero for last week. And I believe if they pick another squishy, maybe like a Granger or a Harriet, I think Alec Hellcats will come out for sure this game.
I was about to say, I think they're anticipating or looking for this next 2 picks coming from Onic to see whether or not the opportunity of the Hellcat can come out here.
Kagura, though, I guess back then at least, Kagura was known to be really good at scouting, a bit safer, so you kind of get vision with the umbrella. It is indeed a Harriet.
It's a very scaling composition from Onic.
Oh boy. Not a lot of card control, so it's
the
Gato.
It's the Gato Tsuchi combo, and a lot of scaling.
Yeah, I'm not liking the Kagura pick more and more after the last 2 picks, man. I think Alter Ego was trying to read towards a gold lane squishy pick, but Harith does not qualify for that, man. Especially with the Purify, you can just summon force left and right and get the shields. So then you're not really a target too.
They're discussing it, boys and girls. They're hovering.
Is that a marksman page?
No way, no.
It's a Ruby Flex maybe to the room, but it's a Ruby Flex.
Man.
Oh my lord.
Wow.
Granger in the gold lane. Real quick, Alter Ego or Onic?
Alter Ego.
Coach?
I think I'm going Onic for this game.
Okay.
Onic looks way more stable.
Onic looks way more stable. A unanimous vote here on the panel. We're gonna throw it over to the casters, Mirko and Realize. Take us to game 2.
Game 2. Where currently Alter Ego has total control of what happens in the Land of Dawn. This time, no, it's a new draft. But seems like it's almost the same. Skylar still with the Harith, the Granger in the hands of Arfi. But then Hayabusa taken out of Yazuke's hands. Will Kairi be able to replicate what Yazuke was doing in the previous game? He was constantly pressuring the members of Onic. And now, into the Land of Dawn we go for game number 2 in this grand finals best of 7. Onic, they need an answer.
Alter Ego have gone for an early game composition. Like, this is a pure snowball comp. No? Even for Arfi on the Granger, you want to get the Sky Piercer stacks early. Onic, like Aldo mentioned, like the boys mentioned on panel, it's stable, but in this meta, I gotta say, the early game comp should be a bit more stable. Alec! Oh, he's holding on to the flicker, man. The regen, saving it for a bit, might have to go. No, Hijime will keep the regen, we'll keep the flicker as well. Kai already aggressive into the jungle. Yazuke has to give this green cam away, no mid-prio.
Yep, he is faithful that he can still hold the flicker, so that's actually still Alter Ego hanging in the balance. Onic, they can't find anything just yet. Emblems by Gamesmax. Take a look at so far, nothing is out of the ordinary. Again with the concussive blast for both roamers. Rotate and get that mid-trio, clear the way still. Boy, on a mission to try to disrupt Yazuke's pathing on towards the red buff, or rather the orange buff. This Kagura pick though comes hand in hand with the Lancelot if they want to go for the dive, especially with such a fragile mid laner, right? That Kimi in the hands of Sans, maybe Skylar can hold himself alone, especially with the Harith, you have multiple shields. But the problem now for this Hayabusa is the Ruby. So much Mimi CC that they always try to hold Kairi in place. Will he be able to go past all those Ruby controls? That is the question that needs answering.
And it's just the combo, right? For the Kagura. Alex, gonna be chunked down, has a Donor Woking, will in the end have to use the flicker here. Kai, no shadow kill. And back to the point, Kagura. It's really all about capitalizing on a combo. From the Ruby, I'm offended from a Furious Dive. Hijume is gonna have the instant follow-up there. Ooh. The umbrella is deadly, man.
The umbrella waits. Trying to hold Onic in place. Hijume, wow, gets in deep. He pops guilt. CC immunity, man. You can see the reads earlier, man. Hijume was waiting for a second to get that CC immunity. Now it's gonna be Yuzuke on it. Will get the red tree down. Kai not even there. Alec forced to back away, but Keyboy. The taunt was a bit short. Oh, Yuzuke mobilization over the Yuzuke. Thorn Rose quad shadow lands, and it's Kai with first blood. Keyboy will be the trade, but the purple buff forced out, given to Alec. So I think Alter might be
good trade, guys.
A bit happy with that. They got the turtle buff, or rather the turtle, and they were able to also get a kill towards Nino, but Yuzuke falls in the process. That's a kill towards Kairi. At least this Hayabusa will be able to rack up a few kills. And now the question was earlier on, was Kairi the one giving away that turtle on the hands of Alter Ego because he wasn't really nearby the Onic players? Well, that also kind of conjugates with the main disconnect theme that Onic has in this current game, in this current series.
I think composition-wise, it's bad to go for the turtle, first turtle for Onic.
Yeah.
They don't have a lot of that prior in their lane just because of the trap. If you get shoved in like that, with Lancelot pushed in mid, and Hijume gets control bushes, as a Kimmy, you won't be able to walk up. The fact that Keyboy was so low, forced to recall, having to go bot, especially because of the matchup, Hayabusa lands, it's just tough. That's the instant kill button that I was talking about. With the I'm offended, Yin Yang overturn, and with Yuzuke, Kairi's waiting in the bush there. That's going to be Skylar with Zaman force up top. Yuzuke's utilizing a lot of time. Ooh, Sans trying to bait in. Quad Shadow, and the Shadow kill has the Quad Shadow on him. He's going to jump in. Oh! Alec timing that perfectly to peel for Yuzuke.
That's the Ruby we talked about, to try and hold Kairi, to not let this Hayabusa have pressure. Wow. But then down bottom, it's a battle of trade. CC against the Yuzong. But RP, he opted for the Hunter Strike, so no Sky Piercer, because he knows he has to hold his own. Because of the Hayabusa pressure, he can't really participate in the team fights as often. Demand Force pop for Skylar, only to get Cryo in the lane. He's gonna get that gold patch as well. Keyboy shadows him. The turtle will pop and will spawn. It's up to the take for Onic in the mid.
Look, disrespectful, man. DOT, the instant damage. Again, realized Furious Diver, I'm offended. It will be followed up by the Yin Yang overturn. Alec has the I'm offended. They're gonna go for the top lane now. Shadow kill. Skylar picks a kill up. Black Dragon form, no petrify. Skylar forced to flicker as Alec zones them, and it is turtle number 2.
Alter Ego. Small win for Alter Ego after conceding and relinquishing our feet. Keyboy wants to go in. He has those stuns towards him in his body, but at least the taunt will be enough for him to get out with the dash as well. Yeah, again, like you said, right? That insta-kill button is crazy. Alec, he was fishing for an angle with the I'm offended, and we have to note as well, Skylar has no Purify this particular reading. Hey! That's the GOAT in the jungle, CarlTzy.
Now the GOAT in the restreams. Hey, MPLID streamer by Good Day shows you how massive MPLID is, man. When you have the GOAT watching,
massive pull.
Massive pull. We got him in an interview as well, so W CarlTzy in the chat, W GOAT in the chat.
Did you ask him about Bigatron yesterday?
Listen, he laughed at my team already, all right? Let's not make him laugh even more, man.
Well, I think he is focused in this game because so far, we talked about the early game being the catalyst of, you know, how the game goes for teams. But so far, it's been very close. And even the gold lead right now, not even 1K or 2K, it's 700, 500. It's triple numbers for both teams. And at least this time, both teams are also very disciplined in their approaches on what they want to prioritize.
That's why it's actually fine for Onic. Yeah, yes, Alter Ego have gone 2 turtles, they got a kill lead as well, but it's not over. It's far from it. Onic are a scaling composition, so as long as they're able to keep the gold lead at it, I would say below 3K is already enough. The fact that they're down just by 600, this is impressive. Onic, by all means, around this timing should be 2K, at least down.
But again, they've done a good job at training. They've done a good job at holding their lead. Lutpi, though, in the bottom lane. This is what I'm talking about. The damage in the early game is quite ridiculous. So you have to be on point. Another kill given over, and the instant conversion up on the AOG from Kiwi over to RP. That's a taunt, but look at the zone from Alec. Traction pulse will land, but Alec gets away.
He is going to go for the turtle, so I thought Kyrie for a second there wants to go in. Oh no!
Already bursting out the quad shadow. He's gonna have to go for the shadow kills. Nino waits for the timing, and he will be able to claim the turtle. Nino petrifying the Furious dive. No follow. Alec with the dome run will keep flicker. RP!
He's down, and that's gonna be Kyrie gone as well. Keyboy wants to go in, but Nino is able to survive. RP guns them down with a double kill.
Realize that's 2 Sky Piercer stacks. The dreaded snowball that Onic have tried their darn hardest to avoid in the early game is now in the hands of Alter Ego Skylar! Flickers in and solo kills him, denies him of that snowball on Sky Piercer.
Prince does not want to have this time around his kingdom up in the skies under threat. Shuts down Arfi. And finally, a silver lining for Onic as to not let Alter Ego snowball with the danger prio. The 2 Sky Piercer stacks now on hold and mobilized towards Nino. He is going to be fine. He has that option too. Get out of harm's way. And yes, Alter Ego insta-kill button. It seems like they have so much ways to approach the fights. Kyrie, 1v1. He's not going to quite get the range, and Hijumate gets out. And this Kagura is actually quite safe too up against the Hayabusa.
It's very safe because it really depends on the mechanics though, right?
Yeah.
If you're able to CC immune yourself from the quad shadow before he utilizes the blink, then you get out of it. Quad shadow gets erased. So it is very safe. Also against Keyboy, against all the lockdown, which is not many. That's the thing, right? Alter Ego are overloading Onic with a lot of CC. Onic have damage, they have outplay ability. And that's why for me, looking at it, at first I was like, man, that flicker is so risky from Skylar. But then you have to think about it, right? If he goes Purify, it's an easy dive for Nino. It's an easy dive for Alec. It's an easy dive for Mr. Yazuke, especially on the Lancelot. So he has to go for the high-risk gameplay here. He just needs to space it perfectly, and he comes in to clean up.
Right now for Onic, the easiest combo to time is probably the Gatot Kacha CC combo. Maybe the traction. Oh no, conceal play!
Oh, Sans will be caught in there. Alec has the flicker. We got out the Purify already. Nino with the Petrify on a killing spree.
The beast is unleashed. The Keyboy wants to turn around with Onic. Can they get the kill towards Nino?
He's zoned to the back line. That's going to be the I'm Offended, bringing Lutfi back into Don't Run Wolf King. Zaman Force already used earlier. Going to have to wait for the cycle to come back up as Alter Ego push in mid. Kai with the positioning right there, holding an angle to ambush the backliners, but the backliners are clean with the positioning. Look at how safe Hijumate and RP are. And yes, Lightning Truncheon, that's a power spike for Hijumate.
Very worth it for rather for Alter Ego as well. You know the process. Oh, Offended with the flicker.
That's crazy right there, but a shadow kill! Oh my goodness, damage! Skylar finishes him off, RP. I don't know what deal he made, but he lived with 1 HP.
Wasn't the target that actually Kyrie wanted to go for. Alec, or rather RP, with a sliver of HP, and Alec takes and bites the dust. At least Onic now they have Prio on the Lord Pit. Will they get this for free? I think they will. And after this, they will try to clear up the waves. But pushing for Alter Ego. Onic, out of the smoke, they get something. They were down and under. Look, he has to be careful. Triple push might be open. Yazuke is close by too. And that wave is gonna crash. No.
Oh, and this is Lutfi caught in the Furious Dive and fed into the Sky Piercer. They will get a turret in the mid lane as a trade for Lutfi's life. It took a bit of time there. It wasn't like a pure instant kill, and that means the Lord will get 2 charges. One in the tier 1 in the mid lane, the other into tier 2. Onic pushing in the bottom lane.
And you would connect this point to the fact that, yes, Alter Ego has that insta-button kill, and they would want to look for pickups back in the bush. But Onic, they don't really have a way to open up the bushes. Maybe Keyboy will try to bring himself into the bush. That, again, is kind of gambling. And then you have Sans try to open up that. But again, Timmy has to be in front. So then how do they open up the bushes safely? For Alter Ego, they have RP. Just open up and try to detect and scout where Onic are. So now, that wave up top will be built for Onic, and Yazuki will give that up. He's gonna let the wave crash onto him. Well, Skyler, the bushes, Alec might look for an angle.
Well, they see him, I think. Jump on Skyler, that's damage from Skyler to the Synchro Vision, I believe. Divine Glaive picked up by Sans in the mid lane.
Hi, Janina.
Extra push, or rather damage as well. Yazuki. Gearing up top. So at least for Alter Ego now, they also have side lane prior to a certain extent. With the Lancelot available and ready. In a 1v1, it'll be quite strong. Yep. Against the Hayabusa, you have that Thorn Throws to kind of play and approach it in a much more defensive style. Alter Ego, you can take a look at this. The 4 players are going to clump up together. They're going to push together. They need to protect Mr. President. They're going to need to protect Arfi as the main carry. And that is where they need to congregate together to activate that combo. 34 stacks of the Sky Piercer, 480 on the passive. It's not too bad for a Granger. I think it's pretty good, especially how he was killed early on, cut down as well by Skyler, and that solo kill up top. Onic, they need a moment to breathe. They need a moment to open up again. Back-to-back games, Mirko. The gold lead is not different. It's not that far. It's not marginal.
It only is like this when teams are this equally skilled at playing the early game and playing the mid game as well, right? Because again, a lot of times when you see these scaling compositions, they don't have the patience to go in. Zuka puncture, Phantom Execution, baiting out the Purify already as the AOG doesn't land. That's gonna be Alec with his own Wolf King over the Keyboy. As Suzuki gets taken very low. Let's see. Stunned up by the Umbrella of Hijume. And there are still no kills on the board, just threats here and there. Who won that trade of resources though? I think it's Onic.
It has to be Onic. They have a wave down bottom is gonna push. RP needs to clear that. The Lord as well will build up for Onic, and that wave up top, it's a slow push. Slowly converging for Onic. Alter Ego need to answer that, but at least it's not gonna Divine Glaive for Skyler, that's a big pickup to get the damage going. Divine Glaive too for Hijume, Divine Glaive galore. I'm offended.
Over the Keyboy. I don't think that's the right target though. They go for the Black Dragon form as well. As that immobilization comes in. Hijume again, Yasuke! Able to get the pickup now. Kai in the back line now pops in the Shadow Kill!
The Beast survives, but Kyrie gets Yazuke. The Shadow Prodigy is down. Nino has to survive.
Now a quad Shadow from Kai! Gets him a triple kill!
A triple kill for Onic as Kyrie, the god in the jungle, cleans house for Onic. Alter Ego run for the hills. Hijume and Nino run for the hills as they concede that Lord. Onic win the fight, and this might be the opening, the crevice for them to turn things around after constantly being in the back foot. That was a very beautiful fight. Alec, I'm offended towards you, not the target you want. And then they go in to the counter engage. Kyrie was looking for the flank angle. He got that insta kill to Yazuke. Somehow seals the deal on towards Alter Ego. And even if they didn't really get the triple kill, at least Onic would get prio on the Lord. Man, so close.
So close indeed. Alter Ego playing through again the CC control, but Onic, they're just not corralling in. They're playing it so decisively. The way that they layer their engages, layer their carries, being visible on the map, and when they go in, it was too much for Alter Ego to handle. That's going to be the Wind of Nature built up already. Nino going to be caught in the Shadow Kill. Now he's going to the Black Dragon form, but the Quad Shadow is still on him. CC immune. That's not his name, by the way. That's just Nino. AOG in the back line. Fighting RP has him in a crowd. Pops in time. Came on!
Huge initiation as Onic set their sights on the throne and on the crystal. Alter Ego, they need to hold. I think they can.
Wave is big with the Lord. Nino's going to be taken low. Yasuke's still able to back away right now as they go over to clear on the Lord. Another mid wave showing up. Yasuke getting to the impossible. He's holding it in. But Onic are going to try. That's a double. Nino holding again. The cannon minion prevails. And Onic equalized.
With one huge moment. Onic turn things around. They get the equalizer. Keyboy with a massive moment in his own pocket as Onic take game 2. 1-1. So that was Kyrie with a redemption to do after a very, very shaky
Thank you,
game
viewers, guys.
1.
Hello. Ano ba?
Constantly in Yazuke's pocket. In game 2, he shows up big time.
Oh.
Lumapagasa yan.
We got a series on our
Tapos
hands,
mo,
man.
Jay.
We do.
Screen ka
The
5
top
minutes lang.
3 teams were all so close. Egos were able to take the Sky Kings to 5 games. Alter Ego then
Wala
next
po sa
atomic
gagawin
block
dito,
for the Sky Kings. We thought in the upper bracket finals, oh man,
7K
we
viewers,
thought before the
guys.
season, oh man,
Just na
Onic are
naman.
gonna dominate. But then Alter Ego took him a 5, and now we are 1-1 in a best of 7.
Man, this was the third team to make it to the playoffs. Third in the standings. And here they are. They stand
wins
tall,
games ata.
toe-to-toe against the Sky Kings, a worthy
Ayaw
opponent.
wins game. Guys.
Back games again. It has been very close. Not a single marginal gap in the gold team. In the game. Pure discipline from both teams. A team known for chaos. Toning down their identity.
Coach Mars.
In the eyes and in the sights of the Sky Kings, their chaos suppressed.
Grabe guys, mainit yung
They played a long game, they played a disciplined game. Onic with that scaling.
Look at his taunt though. Look at his 3-man though for P-Boy.
So good, yeah, the
Bang!
3-man taunt
Ulit na lang nga ako.
is so good in Onic. They set their sights on the prize, and that is
Ulit na lang ako guys.
the crystal. This was kind of, you know,
Tara mo ulit.
it was close, but yeah, it's just nigh impossible for Alter Ego to do anything about it. Sure, Yazuki did go in and go out. Win a nature clutch in from Sans. They had the minions pushing in too. So Onic 1-1. It bears the question, will game 3 be this close? Will we see a dominant game from either teams? Panelists, what do you think?
And here we are after game number 2, a successful equalizer by the defending champs Onic to take game number 2 over Alter Ego's lead. We're gonna throw it over to you first, Coach Aldo. What happened to Alter Ego in game number 2?
I think it's from the drafts because I think Alter Ego's draft is kind of so-so because you want the scale but you want the early game. So I don't see the consistency of what they want to do from the draft. But from Onic, it's an honest scaling composition. You have the Harriet, you have the Kimi, you have the CC. It's pure scaling. And maybe from Onic's point of view, because the game 1, the tempo is so slow, that's why they want to scale out the game. But what I expect from Alter Ego is that they want to push the tempo. They want to dominate Onic from the early game. So I don't understand the Granger last week. I understand, but I don't think it's quite effective, yeah, I can say.
So the clear-cut mission of Alter Ego in game number 2, it wasn't quite clear the win cons, as we'll unpack later on, because we do have to give it up for our player of the game, presented by official tournament smartphone Samsung Galaxy S25 FE, and it goes to Kyrie on the Hayabusa.
Classic Kyrie performance, big game player as always, 4-2-2. Not really the greatest, not really the most dominant KDA out there, but you can see it in the game if you watch it closely. He's the last man standing. He's the one that's executing the backline and also finishing the job by from Onic. Even though they were down by quite a lot in the early game, this guy just takes the charge, just make it work for Onic.
Here's the player of the game highlights presented by the official tournament smartphone, the Samsung Galaxy S25 FE, where you can see in the early game, Alter Ego had more crowd control, so as I expected, they were trying to find more plays or make more things happen. But overall, I think now, Onic with some of the mechanical heroes like the Hayabusa, like the Harriet as well, they're able to actually have a bit more outplay potential. And I do feel that in some moments like this, Alter Ego kind of underestimated how far Onic are willing to go, right? They're able to get, Alter Ego can get moments like this, but then Onic are willing to oblige them in a team fight. They are more prepared to actually go for an all-out brawl, and you see that towards the end later on with Kyrie making the plays happen. But look, you can see there, Skylar, after shortly avoiding getting picked off, flickers forward. So you can see that the attitude has shifted quite a little bit, and despite the dangers and the pressure, especially in the late fights, you're seeing classic Onic team fights where looks a bit shaky, but then towards the end, you see that dominant finish, especially when Kyrie is allowed to be on some of these playmaking heroes like the Hayabusa. So we might see towards the later games a bit more of an assassin priority for both teams.
Assassin priority and more so the Hayabusa priority. Like Aldo mentioned right before the drafts of day number 2 that the Hayabusa will be highly contested. I think expecting that something will definitely have to change in order to make sure that this Hayabusa doesn't either fall into the hands of Kyrie or even Yasuke.
Yeah, I'm still kind of stuck towards the Kagura pick, man. I know that there's a lot of things that the Kagura offer, especially now that I realize Dangerous Grass goes well with the Kagura, right? And it's one of the few mid laners that, in a way, can secure objectives. You can zone out people and have that instant burst damage at level 4, but that instant burst damage comes with a price. It's a one-cycle hero. Once you don't have your ultimate, you're done. And this is a meta where constant DPS needs to be available for them in the mid laner. It feels like Alter Ego is playing a super ambitious draft, and they were able to execute it quite well in the early game. I was quite surprised with that. They layer the CC well, they layer the ultimate well, but yeah, at the end of the day, they're kind of playing with the timer because Kagura is less relevant in the late game.
But it's an Onic classic though. You make one mistake and they will punish you hard. That initiation in mid from Alec, the misinitiation, they capitalize on that very, 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 very nicely from Onic. But I'm agree with Shafin that Alter Ego's draft is not easy to execute. But the way Hijume plays, the Kagura is amazing. If you guys realize that, he usually trade his ult for Onyx resources before objectives so that Alter Ego can secure their objective. So yeah, it's a good one, but it's classic Onyx. One mistake, they will capitalize hard.
I think that might be the idea there because they feel like Dangerous Grass, Hijume and Kagura, and he knows how to play the hero quite well. Almost got a few pickoffs there, and even if he didn't, it was enough to zone, right? Because zoning is the name of the game here when you have that kind of damage. Maybe because they went with the Kagura, like you mentioned, Shevin, not a lot of quick cycles. They want to get a Granger to supplement the DPS.
Yeah, and that Kagura pick, man, it concedes something that Alter Ego is abusing throughout the playoffs, which is mid-trio. Ruby and Kagura, yes, you get the safety, but you don't really win it out in the damage turn, right? You're playing super, super safe. Like, I get the idea of making it harder for Kyrie in the side lanes to be able to not burst down Nino and also Arfi, but you forgot the Alter Ego feast on mid-trio.
So before we unpack the drafts a little bit further, we are going to throw it over to Alyssa for an interview.
Sudah segmen bersama Alisa. Kayak di sini kita mau jalan-jalan nih, tapi Alisa sebelumnya mau dengar dulu Sonic mana suaranya?
Hello CR717.
Wow. Alter Gems, jangan mau kalah. Alter Gems mana suaranya?
Yes, I'm watching MPL Indonesia.
Wow, pertarungan yang begitu sengit ya. Kita bisa melihat di Best of 7 ini tidak ada tim yang membiarkan mereka untuk kalah. Karena perebutan dari juara utama dari season 16 ini semakin panas. Tapi Alisa lihat-lihat di sini yang panas-panas bukan hanya pertandingan kita saja, tapi ada dua cinta yang membara juga. Kita akan masuk ke segmen MPL Date dan guys di sini sudah ada yang pakai baju couple. Boleh berdiri nggak sih temenin Alisa? Cie, namanya siapa nih?
Aku Brian.
Aku Servia. Oke, ada Brian dan Servia nih. Kalian pacaran?
Ya.
Udah berapa lama? 1,5 tahun. 1,5 tahun. Kalian berdua penyuka MPL nih?
Suka banget dari awal ngikutin MPL.
Dari awal ngikutin MPL ya? Yang ngikutin dia ya? Kalau kamu ikutin dari awal? Oh gitu. Jadi lama-lama mengikuti juga ya? Kamu ngelihat hari ini Onic dan Alter Ego seperti apa nih?
Untuk pertandingannya seru banget sih untuk antara Onic sama Alter Ego. Paling berharap Alter Ego bisa menang lah, biar mencetak sejarah baru.
Alter Champ sejati nih ya berarti ya. Oke, kenapa kalau Onic bosen ya emangnya ya?
Iya, soalnya Onic udah dari season kemarin juara mulu, gantian lah. Yeah.
Gantian lah ya. Kalau Servia sendiri gimana harapannya? Dukung Onic.
Lala guys.
Jadi agak ada perdebatan ya di sini ya. Sempat berantem nggak tuh?
Enggak sih.
Tapi Onic ya. Gimana prediksi skornya menurut Servia?
4-3.
4-3. Oke, kita akan lihat ya apakah harapan Brian atau Servia terkabul. Enjoy MPL date-nya. Boleh dong kasih love-love-nya dulu ke kamera. MVP. Kalian berdua dong, love-nya dong, nempel dong. Apipi, terima kasih lo telah malam mingguan di sini ya. Enjoy dan kita akan cari-cari lagi ya couple kita nih. Ini ada yang pakai baju hijau-hijau di sini, boleh gabung gak sih sama Alisa? Halo, boleh berdiri nih. Ya, kita mau salaman agak. Oke, namanya siapa?
Aku Alvin.
Aku Joy. Alvin dan Joy sudah berpacaran berapa lama nih?
Aku kemarin masuk ke 7 bulan.
7 bulan, masih magang ya pacarannya ya. Oke, kalian emang suka MPL date apa gimana nih?
Kita baru nonton sekali sih bareng dan aku baru 2 kali juga.
Oh baru 2 kali juga, sama kamu juga?
Aku baru pertama kali.
Baru pertama kali diajakin sama ayah. Oke, terus gimana impression kamu pertama kali nonton MPL?
Seru banget nonton yang Grand Finals.
Seru banget ya, dukungnya siapa sih?
Aku ya, ini Grand Final atau tim-tim yang udah lu?
Oh, jadi kayaknya ini di sebelahku ada yang dukung tim-tim di luar ini ya. Aslinya siapa aslinya?
Yang kemarin kalah sih.
Oh, siapa itu?
EVOS.
Oh, EVOS fans ya. Cukup kecewa dan sedih.
Enggak juga sih, cuman soalnya kan EVOS sudah memberikan yang terbaik juga ya. Gak expect juga kalau bisa top 3 juga kan, tapi so far udah oke banget.
Makanya belinya Grand Final ya tiketnya hari ini ya. Oke, kalau kamu sendiri dukung siapa nih?
Aku dukung Alter Ego.
Dukung Alter Ego. Kalau yang hari ini berarti kamu dukung Alter Ego atau dukung Onic nih?
Aku Alter Ego juga sih.
Wow, Alter Ego banyak sekali ya di sini ya. Kenapa sih? Kenapa kamu begitu semangat mendukung Alter Ego nih?
Ya supaya sejarah baru juga sih.
Cara baru juga ya, biar nggak itu aja ya yang menang ya. Oke, baiklah boleh dong love-love-nya nih, apipi-apipinya. Acie, apipi.
Apipi.
Gemas sekali ya, oke. Terima kasih banyak, enjoy MPL Date ya. Kita akan cari-cari lagi mungkin pasangan-pasangan magang kita ya. Mungkinkah di sini ada yang punya pacar lagi. Dan,
guys.
Kenapa tiba-tiba mati lampu gini? Lightingnya? Oke. Ini
kanibalis.
Kok yang nyala cuma di sama di sini? Coba aku boleh kenalan sedikit gak sih? Boleh berdiri nih? Namanya siapa kakak? Namanya siapa?
Octaviana.
Octaviani, kamu kesini sendirian aja?
Sama teman aku.
Sama temen kamu, oke. Temennya kemana nih? Kok di sini sendirian aja?
Toilet dulu.
Pergi ke toilet dulu ya. Gimana nih kamu melihat Onic dan juga Alter Ego hari ini?
Sebetulnya aku kurang mengerti, tapi tadi seru banget.
Oh my God, ada siapa ini? Teman siapa ini yang ada di sebelah Alisa? Boleh kita lihat siapakah ini temannya kah? Wow. Dengan siapa?
Halo, kenalin aku Bayu, teman-teman MPL.
Bayur. Highlex.
Sebelumnya teman-teman MPL, aku mohon dukungannya dan doanya. Hari ini aku mau kasih sesuatu yang spesial ke orang yang sangat spesial juga. Karena mudah-mudahan ini adalah satu kali seumur hidup yang aku lakuin. Dan aku pengen banget berkesan buat orang yang aku sayangin banget.
Wah, ini final boss MPL date kita ya. Ada yang mau disampaikan Kak Bayu?
Oke, mungkin aku mau sampaikan ini partnerku namanya Octaviana. Dia orang yang luar biasa. Mungkin tadi udah cerita sedikit, sebenarnya dia nggak ngerti. Tapi dia tetap semangat buat nemenin kesini. Dan aku jadi belajar satu hal. Sebenarnya kalau cari partner tuh nggak harus yang sama. Tapi orang yang mau mengerti dan memahami hobi dari partnernya. Jadi kita bisa tetap selaras. Dan itu kenapa bikin aku jadi sangat-sangat yakin orang ini adalah orang yang paling baik dan orang yang paling cocok buat hidup aku. Dan mungkin buat Okta, ini dunia aku. Ini teman-teman aku, inilah orang-orangnya. Dan ini yang akan kamu temukan setiap hari. So, aku mau tanya satu hal buat kamu, tapi pegang dulu ini ya.
Ayo guys.
Oh my God, ada apa ini? MPL Arena, bersiaplah.
Octaviana, will you marry me?
Yes, I will.
Finally our MPL Day ada yang berlabuh ke pelaminan. Congratulations to Kak Bayu and Octaviana. Boleh dong kita kasih tepuk tangan di MPL Arena. Malam hari ini begitu spesial ya. Teman hidup kita. Kamu expect gak hari ini akan dilamar di MPL Arena, disaksikan jutaan pasang mata dari seluruh Indonesia loh ini yang nonton kamu?
Jujur enggak sama sekali sih. Karena dari kemarin kan diajak ke sini. Dia nggak ngomong sih mau kemana gitu. Cuman ya tiba-tiba di sini aja. Oh sama sebetulnya kan kita emang udah tukeran cincin dari kemarin. Tapi tiba-tiba hari ini dia minta lagi cincinnya. Terus aku kayak apa jadinya kita akan putus. Iya bingung banget.
Guys.
Gak expect sama sekali.
Gak expect sama sekali. Luar biasa. Boleh kita kasih tepuk tangannya untuk pasangan kita hari ini. Tapi Alisa juga penasaran Kak Bayu, mengapa memilih MPL Arena nih sebagai tempat untuk melamar pasangan kekasih orang spesial kamu ini?
Oke, jadi pertama mungkin tadi yang seperti yang aku bilang. Ini duniaku karena dari MPL aku belajar banyak banget sebetulnya. Walaupun aku sekarang udah kerja. Tapi kayak banyak inspirasi yang aku temukan dari MPL. Misalnya, emang aku kalau main MPL atau main Mobile Legends itu mungkin cuma tinggal 2 kali dalam seminggu, 3 kali. Tapi dari sekali aku main itu aku dapat banyak banget referensi, inspirasi. Karena kebetulan aku di dunia kreatif. Jadi dari warna, dari gameplay, dari strategi itu hal-hal yang menginspirasi aku untuk kerjaan aku. Itu pertama, terus kedua juga kebetulan punya teman-teman yang luar biasa. Mau terima kasih juga buat Bang Oji, Profesor KB, dan semua teman-teman yang ngebantuin buat terjadinya hal ini. Thank you banget udah nyambungin ke teman-teman panitia MPL. Dan yang mostly paling terima kasih ke panitia MPL dan teman-teman semua. Berkat dari dukungan dan doa kalian, alhamdulillah bisa diterima oleh Octavian.
Alhamdulillah, dan kita doakan semoga lancar ya nanti sampai ke pelaminan. Sekali lagi boleh kita kasih tepuk tangan untuk Kak Bayu dan Kak Octaviana. Inilah grand final dari MPL Day dan boleh dikasih lihat ke kamera. Boleh kita coba love meternya sekalian, boleh dong bikin love-love-nya. Api.
Introverted too much nga. Tolong basahin mo comment. Kaya mo scroll. Guys,
malam hari ini begitu spesial. Dan kita akan lihat ya apakah di next season nanti mungkin sudah menikah atau ada lagi mungkin pasangan-pasangan yang melamar pasangannya di MPL Arena. So malam hari ini yang begitu spesial akan kita kembalikan lagi ke para panelis. Silakan take it over. Wow, congratulations!
7.
What's wrong, Shevin?
I was worried sick, man. Oh my god.
I was too, man. Oh boy, it all worked out though.
It all worked out. Because at first when they asked her who she was here with, she said, "I'm here with a friend."
We got kind of nervous. And also not really the best facial expression.
Yeah.
Communicate joy.
But Coach Joe said maybe that she just has like a flat face.
Flat face, yeah.
A flat face.
Expressive.
Not as expressive.
Everyone, right?
Yeah.
A massive crowd. I bet she was like, what if, because she said she wasn't familiar with MPL and Mobile Legends. So she's like, what's going on here? Why is my man bringing a bouquet?
But it all worked out in the end. Congratulations.
Bayu. Bayu, you the man.
Congrats.
Arashi's next.
Huh?
Tori 2.0.
I don't even have like a candidate, dude. I think it's gonna be quite a while before that happens.
Hey, for all of those Indonesian cosplayers, Arashi, he needs one.
Why cosplayers in particular?
Because we like cosplay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I don't mind it, but you're making it sound like I can only date cosplay.
I mean, from the evidence, like the last girlfriend that you had.
Oh yeah, but the one before that was not a cosplay. So it's 50-50.
Maybe you forced her to cosplay.
What?
Never mind.
7.
Well, it's 50-50.
50-50.
Like the situation right now, right? Okay, gotta sweep that real quick. All right.
Right out of the way.
1-1 still between Alter Ego and Onic in the grand finals. What was the last thing we were talking about?
The Kagura.
Yeah, the Kagura. So, hit or miss?
I mean, it's an L, so it's a miss.
So, miss for you. Hit or miss, Kagura pick?
I think it ended up being a miss because of what Onic were doing. So it wasn't actually exactly an idea that could not work, but Onic just had a workaround. Onic had a solution to it, and that's the nature of the game, right? Sometimes you bring up a curveball, and your opponent's like, hey, I saw that coming a mile away.
That's where I was kind of confused, but I guess Onic was spot on it or something. But usually, again, we talked about Alter Ego and the usual pattern, the way they draft, right? At least, they always have the jungler and the mid lane in the first phase. But then they waited until the second phase to pick the Kagura, and then it allowed Onic to ban a lot of these heroes. And speaking of banning, I don't know how to segue from banning and Galaxy Zone, but...
Well, you're gonna be banned from the Galaxy Zone if you don't have a
device, there you
If you wanna
go.
get front row seats, you better bring the best device in the business. Bring the washing machines, right? Samsung.
Or the TVs.
All the TVs.
I have a Samsung TV at home.
Of course
you
you
should just bring it.
Of course you do.
Why did you say it like that?
No, because like, what else would you pick? Samsung. Have you seen Samsung TVs?
I thought it was like a chef and angle.
No, I'm bringing my air conditioner.
Samsungs have aircon?
Yes.
Oh.
At this point, they have almost everything. It's bigger than you might expect.
I just knew that.
But yes.
Anyway, speaking of big, the big battle of generations between the best of the beast. I guess that's what we're calling Lutfi and Nino right now. On one side, Lutfi, as a young blood, he doesn't have as much experience behind him compared to Nino, who's been around for almost 10 seasons. I mean, granted, he has swapped in a lot of lanes, but what do you think about these two players, Coach Do, and how do they compare and differ?
I think they're quite similar in terms of gameplay because I think they both have the same job desk. When the team needs them to zone out the carries, they will do it. If the teams need them to zone out the junglers, they will do it. I think that's the meta of XP right now, right? And I think both of them, Lutfi and Nino, are the best to do it in Indonesia.
Right now, though, you can see a stark contrast in the drafting phase, though. Nino has been able to get some of his known heroes. Lutfi is trying to pick up scraps, man, for the most part. Fortunately, they were able to get him on the season, like you mentioned, Coach Phil. And it turns out to be quite the impactful pick.
I think Lutfi, I'm not sure, man. Maybe I'm wrong, but Lutfi seems like he's already shown all of his cards currently in the playoffs. While Nino, I'm not really sure if he's shown all of it yet after the Cho pick yesterday. Yes, he's known to play the Cho, but I mean, it's not really a meta pick per se, too, right?
But remember, we're kind of stretching into an era or a meta where a lot of people are saying that this is a meta for Nino. This was a meta built for Nino. Do you agree with this? Like, so whether or not it's meta or not meta, because of how flexible whatever is happening in EXP main is, Nino can play a lot of these heroes.
It's because Nino started from Fighter Gold Rain, right? And the hero before, when he started playing in MPL, is the hero that's meta now. Lapu Lapu, Yuzong, Benedetta, although we haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
Cho too. Yeah, Nino was the Cho player too, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, so when you say, and when he transitioned to XP, he picked up a new hero that he can play. The CC, the Arlet, the Uranus. So yeah, I think when people say that this meta is built for Nino, yeah, I can agree with that.
And now, going back to the question that I threw earlier on, about the mid jungler pick for Alter Ego, is that something that they should go back to? Because it looks like it didn't work for them in game number 2 here.
Yeah, maybe they will try, if the Zusin is out, maybe they will try to pick the Kimi in their first rotation, if there's second pick. Because they waited until third pick, right? But Onic snatched it up, picking the Kimi for themselves. So maybe they might try to do that, but yeah, we don't know. It's Alter Ego once again. Maybe.
Yeah, I feel like the adjustment in that game in the first phase was they kind of overreacted on a Hayabusa pick, right? I think I would have preferred if they pick or prioritize the mid prio first because of the fact that there are so many heroes that they can utilize in the gold lane and also EXP lane. So the safety will come in the second phase, right?
For the side laners.
Yes.
Okay, because right now it looks like Onic are back on blue side. So Alter Ego have opted once again to be second pick. We're looking at the drafting phase now for game number 3 of the grand finals, presented to you by the official tournament smartphone Samsung Galaxy S25 FE. Will the Hayabusa be once again open, or will Alter Ego switch things up in the banning phase? So far, YSS Yushin once again banned out by Onic. We're looking at the Lapu Lapu ban once again in game number 2. Ooh, there it is. That's the change, the Kimmy ban.
Kimmy ban. I think, they don't want, because the Zuxin is banned, so they don't have any trade, I can say, because they will for sure take a Kimmy. Maybe Alter Ego is anticipating Onic first pick Kimmy, so yeah, let's see.
Now the Eve becomes a bit more prior, right, for both teams, because the fact that these 3 heroes are the most like top 3 mid laner currently that we have in this patch, especially in this playoff meta. So I'm wondering if Onic will still bite on Hayabusa despite that fact.
Yeah, still might. But it's funny how it's devolving into that, right? In the gold lane, Ranger Harith or fighters. Now in the mid lane, hey, Zushin Kimi or high ground. It's like either or kind of.
By the way, I gotta ask, why the Esmeralda ban?
The Esmeralda gets has a lot more sustain, a lot more utility baked in, right?
But remember, this is specific to Onic.
Because I think,
to
be honest, Cypher also banned Esmeralda against Smite. I think 4 games for Esmeralda, I think they just don't want to face the flexibility of Esmeralda, right? Because if you want to play marksman, and also it's the only fighter gold lane that Skylar plays.
Oh, there you go.
Also, yeah, he plays Ruby.
I think it's not as impressive as Esmeralda. Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah. Also, it's the fact that Alter Ego is super, they like used to do Uranus, right? So that's why maybe the leading matchup does not work well against Esmeralda. But looking at the first 2 picks here, Cristaldo, Hayabusa and Lancelot immediately.
I think they will deny pick the CC again for sure. I think, and I think Suns will be looking at his Yif maybe or Farsha, or maybe just answer the roamer, maybe Grok. I see it.
Long duration, right? Of course, like a Yves spammable spells is desirable. But we've seen, we had some theories on panel where we're like, hey, it's gonna be a proper front to back because it's all fighters, no assassins. Where are these mages that can spam out spells like the Lilia back then, like the Valiers? I think Shepard was mentioning on one particular drafting phase, the Valir can work so well here. I'm just saying, there seems to be other potential spam heroes. Do you think they're gonna show up?
I'm actually a big fan of the Lilia because in the meta of 2 fighters, Lilia is so annoying, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
And yeah, look at Alter Ego just answering to the CC pick with the Uranus pick. So wherever the CC goes, the Uranus will go there for sure.
Okay. And now there's an opportunity now for Onic to ban out heroes like the Barca and the Valentina.
Yeah.
Valentina seems to be one of the best heroes that Hijime has used so far, but they are kind of lacking in damage, so they have to adjust if they want to put Valentina with picking a traditional marksman for RP. The Granger is still open, the Harith is still open, so maybe both teams, they want to fight that battle again in the gold lane.
Yeah. I think if you're Alter Ego, you want to pick the Harith fourth pick because it's a good matchup too against the CC, because you can outscale, you can kite the CC all the way, and so the CC will have a hard time. Oh, and it's get bad.
Yeah.
But they know it's a hard time for the CC. Wherever the CC goes, if there's Harith and Uranus, it's a hard matchup.
Hylos for Alter Ego as well. And they're trying to deny all these heroes that can kind of trade for long periods, like the Hylos with the constant pulse of damage. They're trying to use potentially the Uranus to zone out the backline right here, right? And instead of the CC, no real shred available for Onic.
Yeah, and I think I see where Cypher's going with the ban because they want to win out in the mid prio and they're banning high loss and Rock, which is a very good matchup against the Gatot. So yeah, so it's still the same. It's
GG guys.
Cryo mid for Alter Ego.
Still the same story now as we're awaiting the last ban coming from Onic. That ban is denying it away from Nino.
That's overthinking from the Uranus, man. You never know. It could go in the gold lane.
Oh, it's a good matchup against the CC.
Oh, yeah. So, Alter Ego needs to pick... I mean, they picked the Kakura in the first or in the second game, so you can't really rule out the mid laner to be some sort of utility for Hijime, mainly the Valentina, just for safety. But I'm still not a fan of that. Alter Ego really needs to play with the momentum and also be super aggressive in early game in order to make it work. Because the scaling is definitely on Onyx's side currently with the Eve and also the CC.
And yeah, and having the Lancelot instead of the Hayabusa is also a harder skill, I might say. Because Hayabusa, you connect the shadow, you can all in, but Lance is more intricate, I can say. And that's the Hilda. For the Lancelot, I think Keyboy's job desk this game is only mirroring the Lancelot.
Yeah.
And the Alice, oh, it's a CC gold lane. Oh, okay.
This is a Hilda and broken walls as well, so faster mobility. You can expect Keyboy to be very aggressive in the early game against the Lancelot. Seeing this, Alter Ego, what's the answer?
I think it's only Lunox, no? It's either Lunox or you pull out the Lilia Cheesepick, I don't know, but... Because if you don't pick the Lunox, I don't think you have enough shred for the front line, for the CC, for the Hilda, for the Alice.
Yeah. It's also safe, in a way.
Yeah, in a way.
Can cancel out the shadow kills and all that. See what Alter Ego goes for.
Or if they want to go insane, yeah, they just go Valentina and take the big ults from Onic and just team fight them.
I'm gonna go Selena for mid cryo. Never mind.
Yeah.
Valentina. All right.
Quick predictions. Arashi, start with you.
I think Onic has a scarier draft here because again, I'm looking at playmaking potential and Onic has plenty this time.
Showcase
All right, another unanimous vote from the panel on Onic. Game number 2, it was correct. So let's see if the win streak remains here on the panel as we throw it over to the casters for game number 3.
Equal footing in both games, and now it's a 1-1 situation where the draft looks very unique. Lutpi finally pulling out the Alice card, in which we haven't really seen him play that Alice, and Onic finally respecting Nino's Yuzong.
Yeah. They planned so much, man. They, I think, really went through all their plans throughout that short break. Plan A all the way to Plan Z, covered. Let's see if it can be executed in the game, because so far the series has gone through that. Drafts, whatever. It's about the in-game execution.
And into the game we go. Game 3 of Onic against Alter Ego in this best of 7 grand final. MPLID season 16. And Lutpi with Alice is one we have to peel our eyes on. Meanwhile, Arfi will be given the task of playing that Ruby in the gold lane. Hilda, again with the damage early on. We'll try to push away Hijime, and this Hilda obviously will try to contain Yazuke. The Lancelot. And I think Eternal also mentioned the rotation might be quite quicker. Look at the damage.
Yep. Quancha gonna be ready as well. Oh, he doesn't land it. Revitalize already baited out from Alec. Yazuke trying to get the range over to lethal. But Lutpi walks up as well. This is an all-out win. Wait, they still want to go for it. Yazuke gets first blood. It's Alec in the end. Lethal still for Kai. And it's Alter Ego who walk out with a win.
The Alter Ego were able to measure their limits in that fight, in that skirmish. They kept on waiting, they kept on lingering around, and they wanted to go in for more. Thankfully for Alec, he got the final blow on towards Keyboy. Still a slight loss, but again, it's not the worst of everything. As Kyler on bottom obviously will have prio over RFA. The shred from the CC is insane. And then we talk about the main concern that Aldo had in the draft. Oh, Hijime.
Oh my lord, Keyboy. Yeah, he's hovering around, man. He knows that he can flicker in forward. He wants to bait out the flicker, but the cancel on the recall. Hijime is losing so much. Sean's gonna cancel again. And he cancels it again. This is exactly what Alter Ego did to BTR in the upper brackets. Match number 1, game number 1, I believe. It was with the Hayabusa as well. Keyboy. He baits out a little bit of time, so Yazuki will be late into it. That's going to be a taunt coming down, but the shadow kill was already there as Kai gets the turtle. And quad shadows out. That looked really close. RWM, no AOG to play with. Now the Throne of Ruin as well. Sans with a kill.
Yi finally bearing the fruits of his own labor. 1v1 down bottom. Skylar has the curtain call. Hijume is close by, but still not level 4 just yet. It's a 1v1. But Skylar is going to be okay. RFU walks away too. And I brought this point when we're talking about the draft, Miracle. Why is Sand so brave to pick up a Yve up against the Gato Kacha and a Lancelot? Turns out it's all about the poke.
Oh man, the Quadrant already landed. He's dead and he knows it, man! It's the back away as Keyboy wins it. Flicker forward from Sans. Lutpi looking for the chase. It's not half thrown a ruin. It's Keyboy with the target forward, forcing the puncture and the Thorn Rose. Can he escape? He's in the bush. Nino able to pick up the kill over on Keyboy, who's now 0, 3, and 0. But it's still value for Onic. Yazuke's recall cancelled again. And Kai invades, taking away a green camp.
It's all about stalling Alter Ego to get their power spikes going. And Onic, that was a very good front row dodge coming into Yazuke. If not, he would be a dead man walking. Onic's prediction by GoPay still favors Onic 60%. And again, with this Yve, so strong with the poke, Alec!
Oh, shadow kill to the AOG. Popped in time, but Keyboy and Kai were on double time.
Again, so much pressure with the Hayabusa in the hill. That's so much mobility, moving quick and close and fast too. And with this Alice in the fray, Alter Ego, they need to be careful of certain combo that's going to wait for them. RWM into a 3-man for win. It's going to be very scary, especially when you have the CC too. Third call. Look at the damage. Again, the poke is so good. And Onic, they can also play front to back if they want to. You have the Yve and the CC. Push back Alter Ego. Make them think about going in and going out. And once you think about it, you want to commit to the dive. If your frontliners are all shred down, you have to be wary. And Alter Ego, their problem is that they don't really have that shred, right? Aldo mentioned it, pick up a Lunox, pick up a Lilia if they want to go for the shred. But now it's a Valentina, so it's all about just playing behind the ultimate. Hijume has the RWM. It's a turtle dance in minute 4.
1,000 gold lead for the Sky Kings. Keyboy looking for the angle as Lutpi walks up on the Alice, able to go for the blink as well. Now throwing a ruin, immobilizing 4! Kai wins the Rexy battles, Keyboy's in the back line, Yasuki with the puncture out of Skylar, gets the kill on RP, and Lutpi is sticking a Hijume under turret. It's the yo-yos of Skylar. Picking up a double kill. Nino shredded by the shadow kill! And a quad shadow on him. Lutpi's the one who gets the kill. But some execution into Keyboy. Sans taking a turret shot.
Man, Onic are running around in a rampage. On a rampage. And the Sky Kings finally smiting from above. Alter Ego.
Haya wins games. Next game, laban na ng Alter Ego yung Haya. Lancer
an overextension too. Take a look at the replay by Samsung Galaxy S25 FE. A very good 4-man Thorn of Ruin. Keyboy basically cuts Yazuke out of this fight. Alec wanted to re-engage with the AOG, but the main targets are all deleted. They have so many gap closes into getting the main targets of Alter Ego. You have the Hilda with the movement speed. You have the Alice with the orb that can always jump into the back, and Kyrie obviously with the quad shadow can always isolate Alter Ego. And I think Hijume picks up the Valentina to have more safety. Because you have the Arcane Shade to move around, but then again you die twice. It's looking very, very grim for Alter Ego, and for the first time, Mirko, in the series, we have Onic leading with a 3.8k gold lead. No longer a close game.
It's kind of like a give and take, right? You pick up the Valentina, you think, all right, I'll be safer in team fights, which is true, but in the lane, that's why the Yve gets picked up here from Sans. He's like, all right, I'm going to dominate the laning phase. Now curtain call and the RWM. Enough to force out the flicker, and that's worth it. 2 ultimates on low cooldown, comparatively, compared to the flicker. And the gold grab taken by Sans.
The gold lead is just gonna grow bigger by the minute. Look at where Lutpi is. He's gunning a wave up top.
Tier 2
Yazuke also wants to respond to that top side push. And look at Kyrie confidently buys the Sky Piercer.
A little bit more time now. RP trying to translate it over to the wave. But Kai gets a Sky Piercer stack on the Hayabusa. Alec! Gets the AOG attack. Sans! Flickers forward, gets the read on him, and it's a free turret down below. Yasuke cutting into tier 2 of Onyx base, but Onic are getting all the trades. That's the final turtle of the game. Perfect for Onic.
This game is all about the Void Blast from Sans. Look at the damage it's able to do. The front to back is insane, and there goes the quad shadow.
With the RWM shredding through Nino. RP trying to cut away right now, does not have that. Hijume flickering in, getting the current call. But there's no AOG.
Shadow kill over to Hijume. How crazy are you, Kai? All right, not that crazy.
He's not that crazy. He is calculated. Lutpi and Yazuke juking it out up top. And there are a lot of options to hold this Lancelot in place. Yazuke is so far back because Keyboy has been disturbing him. Lutpi has been gluing him to his back. And Lutpi is just
no mana.
On pursuit of Yazuke. Yazuke has no mana.
Good night sa mga matulog na.
Keyboy, if he can cancel the recall one more time, I think Yazuke is going to be forced to back away in the jungle. Yeah, but it won't happen. 10 stacks on the Sky Piercer for Hayabusa. Kyrie feeling confident. Game number 3.
Look at that damage item from Keyboy. The Hill of the Fury Hammer. Extra damage, obviously, to poke out Yazuke again. This time around, Alter Ego, they have a bleeder. But that gold lead, the map control from Onic is so sublime.
Bro is
Up
trying,
top,
guys.
it's all shredded down bottom. Same story, same fate too. Real-time victory rate by Samsung Galaxy S25 FE, 65% for Onic. And that is without a reason. That is not without a reason, excuse me.
And realize this is what we've come accustomed to in the meta, right? The last 2 games were the anomalies. How close it was towards the mid-game. Now we really see that snowball come through.
Yes.
Alter Ego do have pretty good scaling with Uranus, but it's more of like sustained scaling. It's not, oh, there you go, just all in over to Skylar. With I'm offended, but he has the vengeance still. Oh no, he brought the sprint. Oh, Dawn of Ruin from Lutpi. Skylar with a bait, and he lives with 1 HP. Hijume next on the chopping block, already falling. 3 members left. Alec with the AOG escaping, but leaving Arthur for dead. Kyrie on a killing spree. Goes in for the shadow kill, and it's yet another 20 stacks for that Sky Piercer on Kyrie.
Alter Ego, all the 3 faces unmasked by the Sky Kings. 12-3, 9.1k gold lead. It's mounting bigger than ever. And Skylar with the damage. Alec is eating all inside.
Uh-oh. Sans cutting away now. Yasuke clean punctures, but the peel was there. Sans got the flicker out in time, and now Onic look to pop the holy shields.
For the first time in this series, it feels like there's a distinction between the gods, the Sky Kings, and Alter Ego, the ones chasing the crown, the ones looking to etch their names into the history books of MPLID. And Onic once again shows there are levels to this game. 10.7k gold lead, up top, down bottom. It's gonna be a push. No freeze lane this time around. It's gonna be a try lane, but up top it's gonna stall because there is a turret. And this wave is gonna crash at the same time. Yazuke will clear it out down bottom as to not pop that holy defense. Will there be a play? RWM!
Throne of Ruin to the back line right now. RP can be caught in it as they go for the all-in, but Amafetta is able to buy in a lot more time. That's Kai, unstoppable. Lutpi still in the midst of the team fight. Go with the blink again over to Dino. Sound still dealing a lot of damage. Skylar does it as well. Up top, down below, waves held down by the wave of Alter Ego.
Oh, they're gonna try to juggle this around. The crystal is wide open, but the wave has been cleared out. Yazuke in a heroic play, an heroic attempt. Kyrie!
Shadow kill inside of the base. He has the quad shadow to escape, but Alter Ego sustained through Nino. Very, very low. Gets away in time. Hijume steals the Throne of Ruin, but I don't think he want to be that close to Onic.
Man, I was shivering because Kyrie popped the shadow kill right into the fountain, into the base of Alter Ego. Had he not been quick with the quad shadow reposition, he would be toast. And now Onic take over a second engage.
Sans with the real world manipulation to cancel the I'm a flicker. A puncture back from Yazuki, but he gets caught by Sans again. Lutpi with a blink in backwards. Nino covered a quad shadow, and Kyrie gets a double Hijume. Forced back, caged in his own fountain.
Bitten around in his own backyard, and Onic are gonna be the ones to close this game. The crystal is gonna falter.
And that's 2-1, the lead in the best of 7. Onic dismantled Alter Ego, not just in the game, in the draft as well.
That is
said coming into it, it'll be a battle of execution, but we didn't account for that mid gap.
Yeah.
Sans on the eve, 2 levels ahead by Turtle 3. That's wild.
And it's that
in the ball.
Cockiness from Hijume. Picking up the Valentina.
Mga chop people.
You can reposition, you have mobility, but that mid prio is just so hard to achieve. You had got Kacha with you, with the taunt, and with all the control needed.
Taro muna kami guys.
But the
Babaril muna
Yi,
kami.
man, the Sans, rather, with the insta pokes, constant pokes, just pushing around Alter Ego in the back.
Did you see the Sans RWM to deny the I'm offended flicker from RP? That ended up being them getting cooked in the base.
Yo guys,
man, that reaction from
Shout
Gila
kay
Sans.
Sonic.
At this point, he's not Gila anymore. That's just Sans, you know? It's crazy how many times he can do that. Like consistently, the stability of this man.
And in the playoffs, Sans has been quite humane. He has been quite mortal, right? There hasn't really been a Gila Sans moment in the playoffs, but today he shows up in the biggest stage, in the biggest moment where he needs to be, where he needs to show why he is Gila Sans with the Yves. We thought he was a bit too naive picking up the Yves against the Gatton Kacha, against so many possibilities where he could be dove upon, the Lancelot, the Ruby too. But it wasn't about the RWM, it was about the poke, the constant pushbacks. That cancel is too good. And then you have on top of you a Thorn of Ruin. AOG's cancelled. So many attempts from Alter Ego to execute their skills just cancelled by Onyx control.
They're right in front of the gates, realize. Right in front of the gates to carving their names into history. But what do you do when the final bosses stand there keeping the gates safe, gatekeeping them from making it?
The Guardians of the Gate stand tall. Panelists, will the gate be broken?
Okay, after game number 3, I'm convinced that the Hayabusa has got to go.
Yeah. Oh man, it's not just about the Hayabusa, man. I feel like Alter Ego, the way they drafted, it feels like, again, in game number 2, it was so-so, as Coach Do would put it. The early game is not really that good either, and they want to play early game because late game, they are cooked.
Yeah.
Absolutely cooked.
And I think I understand the Ruby pick against the CC because you want to punish Ruby because Ruby has a lot of CC to CC the CC.
Yeah, we get it.
Yes. But then the jungler and the mid is Lancelot and Valentina. I don't see a way that they can punish the CC that way because I was expecting the Uranus to go wherever the CC goes, but then they pick the Ruby, so I'm kind of confused to be honest. But I can see, but I think Onyx draft is way much more easier to execute because you just Thorn of Ruins, go in, and CC clean up, Haya clean up, Yves poke, Hilda just go run around, backline, so yeah, it's much easier comp. Alter Ego comp is so hard to pull up.
That's why even before the game began, when I asked you guys your predictions, all of you guys went for Onyx draft.
Yeah.
So the question is, what's going on with Alter Ego's draft then, right? Are they more used to being on blue side? Is that their more comfortable side? Because they won most of their games against Egos on blue, not red.
I think they do a lot better when they can dictate, because like Coach Do mentioned, right now blue side gets to dictate generally how the draft starts and how it's gonna go, right? I think Alter Ego have been trying to react more, try to use their flexibility to kind of accommodate these crazy picks from the side of Onyx. But I feel like now it's quite clear that at this point, when both teams are also somewhat flexible and they have their own strong suits, it's better to have your own style and try and force your opponents to react to you instead. Like we mentioned for a while now, every season, the team with the more proactive approach has the initiative, right? They have a chance to surprise their opposition. So I feel like Alter Ego, at least for now, should try and try that approach. Fortunately, it's a best of 7, so there is time to try things out.
Yeah, we're 1 game away, I believe, from match point. So there is still a chance for Alter Ego here. Either they go for a swap of sides, they refurbish the drafts in the first phase as well. It feels a little weird for me because, I don't know, as Des host, I want to throw it to you guys, right? Lapu Lapu and Esmeralda are 2 heroes that usually Alter Ego can utilize to their benefit. Either they use it to flex, because obviously Arfi can use it, Nino can use it, but for the past 3 games, we've been seeing those 2 being banned out. Is that restricting the movement of Alter Ego?
I think in some way, yes. I agree with you, Eterna, because the Lapu and the Esmeralda is heroes that maybe just Lapu because Esmeralda. Alter Ego, it's not so much they did so much, but yeah, the Lapu is. To be honest, I don't know why it's banned. The Esmeralda ban, I understand because it's Skylar best fighter, but in this game he showed he can play CC too. So it just gave me more headache as a coach. Draft.
So the side lanes have been so open now, honestly, and it has also paved the way and the freedom for Kyrie to really have mid control and also facilitate the player of the game, presented to you by the official tournament smartphone Samsung Galaxy S25 FE on the eve. 3-1-12 KD, he was only taken down once, and you can see, like, no matter what we're talking about, there's a reason why we're not too focused on Onic. And the reason behind that is, give them whatever heroes, give them whatever drafts. So far, they've still been okay in that execution. And given a draft that's winning now, especially in this third game, you could see what Sans was able to do on the eve.
I mean, yeah, he got a good draft as well, man. You can see from the itemization and also the emblem take, right? He's going for Inspire for more cooldown. Normally against a lot of dive, you want to go Tenacity, right? But it's only Yazuki. Literally, he only has to watch for Yazuki. The Ice Queen one, the Arcane Boots, that shows that Sans, he has a lot of confidence to stay alive, right? And once it got to the mid game, he got more, I guess, confidence to go for an early Wishing Lantern 2, which further boosts his damage.
Yeah, again, I do agree, Trina. Onic doing great with good picks. You know, that's no surprise, man. That's an old article from a couple years back.
That's standard.
It's a recurring piece of media. So we don't highlight it too much. That's the reason why. But Sans definitely stood out a little bit more when it comes to flashy plays. Because Kyrie on the Hayabusa, same deal, right? He's gonna perform well, crazy mechanics, crazy decision making. But Sans though, stuff like this, the read, the reaction time. I think that's why a lot of our votes, well, the majority of the votes went for Sans here. Because even later on, in front of the base, there was that final ditch effort by Arfi to try and catch him, and he was on point with the ultimate to deny it. So this guy's reaction time is just so good.
I think Sans this game really does his job really well. I think at this moment before he popped the real world RWP,
RWM.
RWM,
right there. RWM.
This one. He's still on point, man. Ever since his jungling days, his mechanics is still on point, and up until now, maybe his 10th season, season 6, and still on point. Crazy player, gila Sans.
Staying at the same level.
Around, man.
I just realized one of the itemization that Kyrie goes for is the brute force breastplate. So in a way, he is not available too for Yazuki and also Arfi. And also the fact that Ruby punishes Hayabusa a lot, right? This is why the Ruby was picked super early in the draft for Alter Ego Esports. But now with the stacks that's coming from brute force breastplate, the CC, the crowd control that supplied by the Ruby will be lessened.
Valuable,
right?
Yeah.
And also the cooldown reduction is valuable as a Hayabusa, right?
Don't forget the movement speed.
Yep.
In a game like this, he was chasing.
But that's a very smart itemization from Kyrie because their team is winning. He also has stacks in the Sky Piercer,
exactly.
So he can build more defensive so that he don't die, and also more cooldowns, more shadows, more ult. So it's very smart.
And it's great for Kyrie as well. Onyx composition doesn't have to do. He doesn't have to do too much to start things off, right? Because of the composition being so proper front to back, two very strong front lines, long range of the Eve, DPS from the CC as well, and general safety because Ultra has a lot of burst, but not a lot of DPS. So Onic can just play slow front to back, and Kyrie can pick and choose when to go in. This is the situation where Yazuki actually found himself when he was able to win so many of those games on the Hayabusa.
Something's got to change. Something's got to change.
For sure.
Or this might look like a 4-1 for Onic. Do you think Alter Ego are okay?
I don't think so. I think they gotta stop overreacting to the Hayabusa pick, man. Because in game number 1, they gave away what? Lancelot to Kyrie, Farsight to Sans, Grok to Keyboy, and Harith to Skylar, and they were A-okay. Playing your game a bit more than reacting to your opponent. And that might be the change that they needed. Maybe blue side benefits Alter Ego more after this game.
But at this point, it's all mostly on Coach Zephyr then.
Yeah.
Onic na to
because
guys, 4-1
back
na
then,
to, good night na.
why game 1 works because they have the Hayabusa, they have the mid control, they can roam around and get kills. As a Lancelot, it's much more harder. It requires more skill because you need the minions to do so, to deal more damage. But as Hayabusa, you just can go in, ult, go out, get a kill. So yeah, it's more of an execution battle. And since Onyx draft has been much more easier because of the Hayabusa, that's why they've been winning.
From your perspective, especially as a coach, what do you think is happening in Zephyr's mind right now?
I've been there before, and what I can say is just dizzy, maybe.
Dizzy.
Because you've been planning, of course. If it's the game of your life, it's the grand final. I think if for me, I cannot sleep.
Oh.
I cannot sleep. My mind is like always thinking like maybe it's on overdrive. So thinking, oh, what should we play, what they will play, and everything. So yeah.
Right now, let's talk to Bude Clara Mongstar with this interview beforehand.
Judo ditambah player sejati dari Mobile Legends Min Sitar ada Bang Jo Taslim.
Memang ganyan.
Aduh, langsung pada heboh Bang Jo di sini. Datang ke sini Bang Jo.
Ya.
Baru pertama kali ke MPL.
Baru pertama kali, betul.
Gimana?
Seru banget ya. Euforia anak semua pencinta gamer Mobile Legends khususnya. Dan mendukung timnya masing-masing dengan sangat loyal, sangat-sangat membuat aku merasa terinspirasi. Sangat ya. Keren banget, kalian semua keren banget sih. Karena sebagai seorang gamer, melihat komunitas gamer Indonesia begitu berkembang sangat pesat, aku jadi ikut happy.
Jadi sekarang memang pertama yang paling utama itu bukan aktor lagi ya, denger-denger ya Bude ya?
Kayaknya kalau spend waktu lebih banyak gaming dibanding acting kayaknya.
Oh, acting nomor 2?
Kayaknya sih, kalau gaming tuh bisa, ya kalau belum dimarahin belum berhenti gitu.
Waduh. Tapi kan ya diselang kesibukan, main film juga, syuting iklan, dan banyak hal lainnya itu memang selalu menyisipkan main game.
Ya, dimulai pada saat COVID ya. Jadi kita semua ngumpul karantina. Aku dulu main gamenya apa aja aku mainin. Tapi ya ponakan-ponakan ngajakin main Mobile Legends, memperkenalkan Mobile Legends.
CarlTzy.
CarlTzy, terus ponakanku yang lain. Jadi kita karantina bareng main Mobile Legends. Jadi walaupun dunia pada satu lagi susah, tapi kita selalu happy di dalam rumah.
Bersatu, menyatu dari sebuah game. Dan keterusan nih kayaknya sampai sekarang.
Sampai sekarang sangat-sangat keterusan.
Sangat keterusan. Bude dengar, ini bukan gamers biasa loh. Bang Joy ini masuk ke dalam ranking dunia.
Ya, Min Sitar, top global 34 sekarang.
Wow, top global ke-34 Min Sitar. Bentar. Kenapa Min Sitar?
Aku dulu main Johnson, terus main Akai, sempat main ke mid juga pakai Zas. Nyobain beberapa lah, tapi pada saat nyobain Min Sitar tuh karena aku suka crowd control ya. Aku nggak begitu kalau main game tuh aku nggak begitu nyari kill sih. Aku pokoknya support teman supaya teman bisa menang, jadi initiate war, nyari posisi gimana war itu menguntungkan buat kita. Dan Min Sitar punya ulti itu kan crowd controlnya bagus tuh. Jadi teman-teman kayak lawan-lawan yang jago-jago ngelak, jago-jago lincah-lincah itu kan kalau pada saat kita masuk ulti yang tepat, kayak Hayabusa nih misalkan lagi nyerang, kalau aku ulti dia udah nggak bisa kemana-mana gitu. Lancelot segala macam. Jadi banyak ketemu core-core yang jago, Min Sitar tuh somehow bisa neutralize orang-orang yang jago ngelak. Jadi teman-teman kita bisa enak menang.
Yang licin-licin. Berarti sebenarnya cocok nggak sih ini Min Sitar dipakai di Grand Final?
Ya harusnya dipakai sih, cuman kayaknya jarang ada yang pakai tuh hero kayaknya. Tapi mungkin someday di final atau kejuaraan berikutnya ada yang pakai.
Harapan besar ya, karena secinta itu sama Min Sitar ya.
That's my favorite hero. Karena mungkin juga banyak yang bilang Min Sitar tuh nyebelin gitu ya. Tapi kalau aku kan selalu bawa Petrify ya. Jadi Min Sitar tuh kan somehow 5 kali tusukan itu kan dia stun kan. Jadi kalau bawa Petrify, kalau nangkep 2 atau 3 orang, berarti kita dapat stun 2 kali gitu. Jadi potensi menang untuk war teman-teman tuh lebih besar gitu.
Udah pasti nggak bisa gerak, udah di King's Calling, ke Petrify. Mending lepas handphonenya kalau ketemu Bang Jo di sini.
Cuman emang tantangannya nariknya harus dapat. Dan karena Min Sitar kan nariknya ketahuan tuh, nggak kayak Franco tuh. Min Sitar sudah ada indikatornya, jadi nariknya harus kita prediksi dia kemana gitu. Itu yang susah sih.
Oke, Bang Jo, setelah ini Bude yakin banget ini super fans yang lagi nonton di rumah, yang ada di sini, pasti nanti pada push rank main sitar. Biasanya mereka terinspirasi juga, apalagi udah dikasih kisi-kisi gitu. Tapi kalau ngeliat dari match ini, ada nggak sih, pengen nggak sih ada player yang pakai main sitar?
Ya, Kiboy cocok nih pakai main sitar.
Boy, saatnya Boy. Coach Adi, ini nih sudah di request, tapi...
Someday, siapa tahu kan di revamp atau skillnya jadi lebih bagus atau lebih kuat. Mungkin sekarang nggak meta ya, tapi someday mungkin.
Tapi memang ini kedua coach suka hero unik-unik kok. Jadi bisa jadi nih dipakai karena hero-heronya kan juga lagi hero-hero assassin. Tadi Hayabusa muncul, Lancelot muncul, cocok loh.
Iya, tapi tadi nonton kan babak 1, 2, ketiga kan berasa banget tim yang punya Hayabusa menang kan. Pada saat Alter Ego punya Hayabusa dia menang. Hayabusa diambil, dimenang sama Kairi pakai Hayabusa keren banget 2 kali menang. Jadi faktor Hayabusanya besar. Tapi kalau ada Min Sitar, Hayabusanya lagi shadow ngekill gitu udah nggak bisa kabur.
Pokoknya kalau ngobrol sama Bang Jo, ngobrolin dia tuh pokoknya Min Sitar nomor 1. Nggak ada yang lain karena sudah coba segala macam hero, kliknya Min Sitar. Dan berarti
Selalu.
Bang Jo, role-nya Rom dong?
Kadang-kadang Rom, kadang XP. Tapi selalu build-nya selalu build support.
Support sejati. Tapi kalau di sini Bang Jo, Bude penasaran, apakah memang mensupport salah satu tim atau memang lagi menikmati saja?
Aku menikmati pastinya, mencintai Mobile Legends dan aku bilang 2 tim sangat-sangat bermain sangat baik. Aku rasa emang faktor siapa yang blunder itu ya yang bisa bikin timnya kalah. Tapi aku rasa pertandingan masih panjang ya, masih 2-1 dan aku rasa siapapun yang bisa tim yang lebih fokus pasti bisa menang.
Boleh dong langsung nih Bang Jo, mungkin buat super fans di sini atau buat tim-tim yang bertanding, kata-kata penutupan dari Bang Jo, kita pengen denger nih semangat dari Bang Jo untuk kita semua.
Untuk teman-teman gamer dan teman-teman yang lagi bertanding sekarang semangat terus. Karena gaming ini bukan hanya sekedar hiburan lagi. Dan juga sekarang udah bisa sangat-sangat bisa berkarir. Jadi masa depan juga bisa cerah. Dan lebih penting lagi gaming juga membuat kita lebih positif. Dan kita juga lebih, karena aku orang betah di rumah ya. Aku jadi untuk orang anak-anak yang betah di rumah nggak usah kelayapan main game sama teman-teman masih bisa terkoneksi. Masih bisa berkumpul di dalam dunia game dan itu menurut aku sangat-sangat indah.
Sangat indah. Tapi kira-kira siapa yang akan mendapatkan kemenangan terindah nih Bang Jo? Onic atau Alter Ego?
Yang terbaik yang menang.
Yang terbaik yang menang. Inilah dia, boleh kasih tepuk tangan sekali lagi untuk Bang Jo. Top global Min Sitar. Gak boleh dilupakan, tapi kita gak boleh lupa juga bahwa pertandingan Grand Final masih akan berlanjut. Pertarungan antara Onic dan Alter Ego akan berlangsung jadi. Mari kita lemparkan kepada para panelis yang bertugas. Monggo. Thank you Bang Jo.
Daminya sarap Jo.
Thank you so much, Bude, with that interview with Joe Taslim. For those of you guys who do not recognize him, he's actually a big celebrity in Indonesia. He's a famous actor. Action star. Huge. Humongous.
Yeah. He started growing from the raid, I believe.
Oh, yeah.
First raised popularity. You know, we were doubting the global Mincetar. And then he was dropping knowledge bombs. Even Coach Do was like, I didn't know that. Wow. I was skeptical though. And then he said, hey guys, when he was encouraging the next generation, he said, it's cool that you can game, you can connect with your friends from home. I know he was legit right there, man.
Yeah.
That was the moment I'm like, it's a real one.
Can't believe he's here.
What? It's
Can't
so
believe
weird.
he's here.
It feels
Man, like I saw one of his contents in the Instagram feed, right? I immediately think he gotta be capping, man. He's like big time international actor. You know, someone else might be playing for him. But again, the nail in the coffin on what he said that made me convinced that he actually played that account is, I'm playing a support Mincetar. That is, for all the ranked game players out there, do not use damage Mincetar as a roamer, right?
So it's kind of personal, man. He's been on the...
I'm a solo player.
I know.
So I know it the best.
A little trauma dumping PTSD over here. It's fine. You're good. You're good. You're good.
PSA from Shevin, guys. Do not go damage, all right?
But it really shows how much growth the MPL scene, especially in Indonesia, has come. Especially yesterday, we saw a few actors as well come up on stage, promote their new movie, and now we have Joe Taslim in the building. It's crazy to see. I hope esports goes higher from this point forward.
Amen.
Yeah, more growth means bigger, better tournaments. Hopefully more international opportunities for us as well.
And hopefully better pay to...
I was thinking more support for like the pro players out there who have not yet been reached, but yes.
We need support
Thank
too,
you.
though.
Okay.
We need support too,
That's
though.
true, that's true. We're here from the morning. No, I'm kidding. Okay, let's go back to
Getting a bit too real.
the game. Let's go back to the game. So the last thing we touched on were the drafts coming in from Alter Ego. What to do? What's to do?
I think the best way to start is to try to pick the blue side now. Because,
Okay.
Yeah.
Because
So you agree with blue side?
because after losing 2 games, you want to freshen up the mood. You want to try new things. I mean, not try new things, but you want to try new things in the drafts, like new ideas. So yeah, because the 2 games, it's been dead end. Onic the Hayabusa, and yeah, you just lost, and you lost very badly, I might say.
11 minutes. It was an 11-minute game for game number 3, and at this point, I think they need a little supplement. Right? I think they need something to help them perform better, and I think it's Good Day. Right? Bring out the Good Day.
Right there. Let's see.
Oh yeah, Good
That
Day is a ready-to-drink coffee, boys and girls, launching a special edition in collaboration with MPL. Right now, they are holding the avocado mochaccino, I believe.
Avocado delight.
Oh, avocado delight.
Absolutely delightful.
Just try one sip.
I have acid reflux.
Oh,
don't kill me.
Never mind.
I feel bad for you because you're missing out.
Yeah.
For sure.
It's
Yeah, I'm sad.
super good.
You don't want to call an ambulance in the panel desk here.
I have acid reflux and I still drink Good Day.
Really?
That's how good it is.
Yep.
Can't miss it.
Shouldn't do that. But
don't take medical advice from Eterna, guys.
Yeah, don't. I'm not a doctor. Anyways, if you guys buy Good Day special edition with Mobile Legend from the nearest mini market or store, you guys can find a unique code behind the packaging label. So let's gacha this, boys. Arashi?
nope, unlucky.
Again?
Not yet.
We've been here like what? This is our 5th day, right?
Yeah, I got a voucher from Doritos though.
That's true. You're not lucky with your Ritos.
Good Day, not yet.
What about you, Chef? Any luck behind the packaging?
Oh my god, I suck at opening this.
Oh, my friends have been getting lucky with the Good Day though.
I don't.
Oh! You got it?
No.
Let's stay positive.
Dude, what the heck, man?
Bro, I was so excited for you.
I like trolling.
Why would you do that?
Clearly. But Nino doesn't want to troll here, boys and girls. Sorry, Ko, I let you down again. Up until the point where we saw in the interview yesterday against Eagles, as they were able to get that victory in the lower bracket finals, Ko Delwyn finally said the words, "Good job." The journey, the feels, the emotions, running ever so high. And I'm not even an Alter champ, and I'm supporting Alter Ego today just because of that interview alone.
For sure, man. It's a very moving interview. He's like the main character, man. He's gone through so many arcs. Like, he can have like 3 seasons at least of Nino's rise and fall and return, you know, all that.
Nino Shippuden?
People are slandering Nino, man.
Nino Next Generation?
Sabar, you know, the comms and everything.
Yeah.
His fighter goat lane, his goat lane era, and now he's become like Captain Nino now. It's such a good story arc, yeah. I understand that.
That's so commendable that he was, he had these nicknames and he just rolled with it. He's like, yeah, I did say sorry, I did say Sabar, you know, it's all good. And laughs with it, just brings all that positivity, no negative emotions, and just kept entertaining us while still working towards, you know, his legacy. That's so admirable, dude.
I mean, it's not just Nino and Alter Ego players as well, right? The Alter champs, probably one of the best fan bases that we know in ID.
Yeah.
Losses or wins, they always celebrate. And I think all the Alter champs that's coming in the grand finals right now, even if they lose against Onic, they're still having a good time. They qualified to M7. 5 long years, Eterna.
It's crazy. 5 years. Can you imagine that? Supporting a team that never wins?
And imagine the other champs in tennis indoor. Oh, that would be amazing.
Oh, brother.
I can already feel the situation, the environment, the electrifying roars
Cheers.
already from now. But boys and girls, we are going ahead to game number 4. Let's take a look at the random map draw. And it's going to be Dangerous Grass again.
Three times now?
Yeah, the third time we're going to get Dangerous Grass. And the main difference that we're going to be looking at is the fact that Alter Ego now are on blue side. Let's see how this impacts the draft, especially in the first phases. You heard it from Taslim as well in the interview. The Hayabusa seems to be a problem. This is the drafting phase presented by the official tournament smartphone Samsung Galaxy S25 FE. Will Onic ban the Hayabusa here?
No, it's deep. The Coach Bam was saying as well, every series has its own thing. Seems to be the Hayabusa for now in this match. But for Alter Ego, they have a chance here to kind of make a move. And now we can really see how far ahead is Onic, right? Because if you were winning because of the Hayabusa, in theory you should be troubleshooting in case Alter Ego take that strength away from you. Let's see the response here from Coach Adi.
I think Onic will pick the CC and keep. I think because they banned out the Zuxin, they banned out the Eve, they don't want any trades in the mid lane. They want to win the mid lane, so let's see.
I think the CC will be even more valuable earlier because Alter Ego defeated the Hayabusa, right? And one of the reasons why the Hayabusa, no, not the Harith and also the Esmeralda is banned is to make Skylar limited on heroes. And Onic, the only gold lane that's not available for Hayabusa the first, it's only the CC.
Finally, a strong trio mid from Alter Ego. The Haya Fire Struggle is very strong, and yeah, it's all for sure. It's Lancelot Fairy. Right. And again, let's see if hopefully Alter Ego will win this game, because if they win this game, it's basically Hayabusa and a strong win.
Gotta ask Coach, following up on Arashi's statement earlier on in the draft, what would be the right way or the proper way to shut down this Hayabusa?
I think for me, it's either you play a utility jungler, so you just want to control and don't let the Hayabusa snowball, so you can win the objectives and you can also win rotation, or just play tanky heroes. But once again, it's the trio mid, because Hayabusa helps the trio mid to win outright, because he can help the mid lane so easily.
Okay, it looks like Onic are looking at a different approach. Either way, Ruby gets banned here.
Yeah, it's because back again, if you have the Ruby and you have the Haya, CC will have a hard time. So Onic is acknowledging that, and maybe it's another Uranus ban for Onic, because they want to leave the CC in a good lane.
Honestly, it also helps the Lancelot.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Now for Alter Ego, good call, Coach Aldo. Now
you must be a coach.
Yeah,
probably.
Like to play this game.
I wonder if Alter Ego wants to ban the Yuzhong, because Lupi is also a notorious Yuzhong user. Plus, it does well against the Farsa. And it also complements the Lancelot's objective secure potential, right?
Yeah.
But if they ban the Yuzhong, I'm thinking Onic might be looking at a potential Alice win?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a potential Alice again. It's an LCC again with Kimi and Lance, which is a very strong combo.
And the opposite dwindling here for the side of Alter Ego. We do wonder what else do they want to kind of elevate the tempo even more. By all means, the Yuzhong still very valuable, can zone out the jungle. And in this case, Sans again on the Kimi, quite vulnerable. But here Onic has the first move. This is why it gets a bit tricky for Alter Ego.
So my big question is now for the gold lane, are Alter Ego going to use a conventional marksman? I mean, Harith is banned out now, so do you think Arfi will go and fall back to a fighter? Especially now, we see that the Kalea is brought in by Onic.
Yeah, this is what I like about Onyx draft, right? Because they're hiding the CC where she's going by picking the Kalea first. So for me, I think it's either a Purify marksman or just go head on with a double fighter for Alter Ego, because I think it's a Uranus, Alice maybe? I don't know, but wow. But I think if they do that, Onic will just pick Yuzhong, right? So maybe they will deny pick the Yuzhong, but I think it's hard too, because they have the Kalea to punish the Yuzhong. So it's a little bit tricky for Alter Ego, but let's see what they pick, because I'm expecting a Yuzhong pick or a Uranus pick for Nino.
Uranus is banned though.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Uranus is banned, yeah.
I want to show gold.
Yeah, it's the Yuzong and the Granger. It's a Purifier gold lane.
On the Granger here. But now with a lot more of a dangerous trio mid. By all means, there are opportunities for Yazuki to try and get some kills, like we saw in game number 1. So Onic, with the Tsunami Slam, do they feel like that's enough to deter both the Yuzong and the Hayabusa? It's going to Alice too.
Alice. Ooh, I think this draft is more 50-50 this game, for sure. Because Onic needs the execution with Alice and the CC and the Lancelot and Kalia, but Alter Ego's composition is just a pure front to back with the Farsha and the Granger, and also clean up with the Hayabusa. So for me, I think I will go for Alter Ego.
Okay, Arashi?
I gotta agree.
Alter Ego?
I like the potential set of the drops for Alter Ego.
All right, you heard it from the panel, boys and girls. Will we be heading to match points, the championship point rather, after this game, or will we see Alter Ego come back? We're throwing it over to our caster.
One win away from match point, from series point, from a tournament point, and one game away from again protecting their divinity up in the skies. Onic, they're pushing Alter Ego to their limits, but what are their limits? It's game number 3 of Onic against Alter Ego.
At this point, Alter Ego will have to push through their own limits. They cannot play within their comfort and within...
Meron? Lakas na tulog ng ano? Nag-crush na, paano to?
The conditions that have won them games before, they need to dig deep up against such an overwhelming foe in Onic. Again, a 2-1 lead, and like the panel said, they actually did like the Alter Ego lineup a bit better. But I think for Onic, hard execution, difficult execution is still pretty easy for them. That's the thing now.
Yeah,
That's why they went to the comfort fix, right? The hair, then you see a few parcels here and there for times. Again,
guys.
and Coach Joe actually mentioned the pressure from Onic is so strong. Again, look at
Ayun,
that with the
dunadali, bumalik sa medium lance.
You're so easy. As a target
Favorite
for
ng
Kai.
Onic, ah.
Minions were there. It popped in. Yazuki won the lead. Then we get picked up. Quad Shadow here. San's going to go down. Kai!
GG na,
Oh
3-1.
no. Oh no.
3-1 na yan, guys.
With a 0-2 start to the game.
It's very bad for Onic, rather for Alter Ego, excuse me. Sure, they do have some sort of stealing in the hands of RP.
End na ata ako ah, 4-1 na to ah.
To get the Sky Piercer kills here and there. But then how long will you wait for that? Because now Kyrie is on 1 kill. Sans is the same. As of now, Alter Ego, they can see 2 very important kills. But the Jume, donning the Purify with no flicker, it's going to be very hard to catch the Lancelot. Sure, you have that lockdown in the hands of Alec with the tech charge. But who instantly locks the Lancelot? Oh man, this game it was the Ruby. And look at Kibo running around.
Patay na naman yung Barca, guys.
All in again over
2-0 na
to
si Kai.
Jume.
Endable ata. Halata yan ah.
Cryo over as well. Alice there to pick up the minion wave. This is free.
Yep, they have Cryo up top and also on the pit. Traction Pulse forces Nino to go for the Black Dragon form. Is this a form of re-engage? I don't think so. Suzuki is just there collecting.
Taba na ng lens dito, guys.
Lucky with the Alice has been a menace. Look at how much Cryo.
Kaya na sa Kalin.
He gets up top and Sans is level 5. It's a 2-level gap against Hijume Miracle.
That we saw how crazy Sans was last game. Stoning him away. Now with teamwork. Now getting the creep cam stolen away as well as Kai was late on the red tree. Yazuki is still able.
Endable ata. End live na ata ito pag ganito ah.
Needless to say, this is an amazing, a phenomenal start for us. T-Boy has an Ami Slam. That's a block without tectonic charge.
3-0 na Lancelot.
Right as he was in the air. And now it's 3 kills to Kyrie. Yazuki with a quad shadow on the feathered airstrike just to clear up the wave. Realize.
And they're losing
Kaleya kasi si Kiboy bigla eh. Change of tempo guys eh.
They're actually trusting to go and get Cryo back.
Level 6 na yung Kimi.
Fly around.
Walang si Jimmy guys.
Shadow kill doing no damage. That's the barrier and a tech charge as well. But Lutpi
Shadow
is able to dash it forward. T-Boy gets away with a flicker. They're outplaying Alter Ego. That's a petrifying and furious dive, but it is an Alice.
so much CC.
Hindi
But no
makamatay yan.
damage, Onic!
Alis ka, Leia.
Out-sustaining Alter Ego!
Tagal ng sustain yan.
3v2, a better airstrike takes Keyboy
Saan?
down. But it's a roam traded for the next speed laner.
Plate sa mid.
And Kyrie
Paano
in
kayo
the
babawi
mid
niyan?
lane. Having a feast
War
on
ups
that
na yan.
turret. They're gonna
Yeah.
get it. Wait. Huh? Look, he's stunned. He can get out.
I thought they were gonna kill Alec for a moment there, but no minion waves. Lutpi is overextending.
Wow, no, he's not.
He's surviving.
Perfectly calculated is what the term is, realized. A 3,000 gold lead. A roamer traded it for an XP later
guys, short
and a
1K
turret
viewers.
mid.
Man, he knows
Usap
his
ka ng lens
limits.
niyan.
And his limits are... He has no limits with his Alice.
Yikes.
Constantly from previous game, out-sustaining like you said, outplaying Alter Ego, and he can do whatever he likes. Look at where Alter Ego are pandered to. They don't care about this objective anymore because they know they have lost Prio. Taking that jungle objective, if you take the turtle, so Kyrie is gonna get that for free. Back to the lane, Lutfi goes again, pushing back Dino. This Yuzong. RP is being bullied by Lutfi. And I think the only silver lining now for Alter Ego is waiting for RP to scale. Keyboy might get close, iconic charge.
Yeah, but Clash doesn't land, and Keyboy is right there to help him out. They have a Vengeance as well still for Skylar.
Laki na ng gold lead guys sa 3K, 4K, almost 4K. 5 minutes pa lang yung laro.
Scale, but how does he think the way the game is going?
Malinis na game lang yun sa Onic eh.
On a Granger, you need a snowball. You need to go for those Sky Piercer stacks. And he still picked up Sky Piercer despite the team going down. Immobilization and the traction pulls on! That was a solo kill! No help needed.
Hila Suns guys, finals MVP.
Fine, I'll do it by myself.
Or Lutfi or Kyrie.
And San solo kills Arfi with only a glowing wall to his name.
Oh man.
The Granger now. Yes, I think the window for scaling is completely closing down because the snowball hasn't been acquired and Arfi needs to go back to this lane. The bottom side turret is taken out.
Realize at this point, I'm surprised Sans doesn't go Sky Piercer.
Yeah.
Sakal na sakal no.
I
Parang
thought
contest
after
yan.
that kill especially, it'll probably be a Sky Piercer for him, but no. He's building towards a DHS.
Might go for the attack spin on the on-hit effects as well.
Wait lang guys ah.
Kimmy might benefit for that too because of how many frontliners Alter Ego has. Alec. You're there to pop the barrier. Keyboy won't commit Tsunami Slam. And Lutfi doesn't really care. All he has to do right now is just cut the wave and then create that push. Garner the minions to then be...
Guys, spammer comment! Shot kay Johan!
To come. Just like this.
Wala na to guys eh, mga ganito.
Will be acquired again by Onic. I think it's gonna be a perfect turtle for them. Alter Ego, they have no chance in contesting this.
Oh,
Lutfi is recalling in front of their faces.
He's getting healed by the bullets of RP. Look at him, he's not taking any damage, goes back in, heals it up again. If RP shoots a Death Sonata, oh man, Keyboy with Tsunami Slam into the burst down. Oh, not even a single chance to go for the teleport. Black Dragon Red Blood
Lutfi!
Immobilization on 3!
Huli
And
lima, boss.
Kai gets the double!
Onic running down Alter Ego. They're looking for this mid turret. But that was a 3-man Thorn of Ruin.
Holy Shield.
Taking down Alter Ego. The Holy Shield not yet popped. But man, Lutfi. The calm before the storm, quelling the silence and the tension built. This is by far the most dominant game we have in this series. 8-1, 7.
Mas mahirap pa sa daga si Yazuki guys ah.
With almost all structures outside
Mahirap pa sa daga.
of the base taken down. They're gonna go for the Lord too after this. Alter Ego, what can they bank on now?
Happy birthday, Kath.
Is slowing in terms of gold. Look at Onic, they're building all their needs.
Nature.
It's a
Nature.
Oh, I thought it was DHS. Wow.
Hindi mapatayan guys kahit anong mangyari.
Especially against the Hayabusa. Because again, this Kimmy is quite susceptible to damage.
Oh no.
And look at the shadow kill. It's just to clear the wave, it seems like. Reply.
Alec, that's about it. Oh! Massive tech charge, but they're just too far ahead. Keyboy is able to sustain back away. That's looking again with the mobilization, but we won't land on anyone. And Onic just say, all right, that's a good trade for us. That's 2 ultimates for the price of 1, 2, 3, 4 from Alter Ego. Just RP left on the Death Sonata.
Yep, the tech charge was quite good, but again, no connection from
Smooth
Alter
lang,
Ego.
smooth lang. Tatapusin ng Onic to.
That engage. And it seems like at this point, with this snowball, Onic has an insta-kill button with the Kalea plus the Lancelot. Right, with the Hunter wounds. Oh, that's for a dive. But he doesn't want to.
Realize, what do you do? I think right now I gotta answer your question.
Man,
you want to rely on next game. That's I'm sorry, but like, I'm looking at the angles right now.
Is it a whole sticker?
Unless Onic die 5-man or they make some big blunders, I really think it's over. Alter Ego, this is a 0-2 Ranger with Skypiercer. He's got no damage against the front line of Onic. Yeah. And even if you suddenly get that power spike, there's heals coming down from Ludwig, Skyler, and Sans has a wind of nature. They have put in layers. So even when, if they blunder, they have those items attackable.
So much safety from Onic, and even Ludwig going for the Oracle first item. Extra shielding, extra healing to Hunter Strike for Skyler.
Nakatawa sa pwesto ko guys eh. Uy!
Beautiful tsunami Sam Ludwig again!
Touch from Keyboy!
Into the Black Baby from the Purify RP assassinated by Kyrie, who jumps in with the puncture again on a monster kill. And Nino is trying his dark best. He gets a shutdown on Sans. But now it's Yazuke with no ult, Hijume with no ult, Alec as well up against Thor.
I'm gonna go in, pops in the Holy Shield, and Onic slowly marching on the base, knocking on the doorsteps of Alter Ego, dismantling them. Kyrie!
Thor rolls on point as well, as Alex still able to try to buy some down. A Phantom Execution canceled out, but he goes in again as Skyler picks up the kill. Now Lord in the mid lane, Keyboy with a jump in forward, a canceled feather airstrike. That's gonna be the immortality buy for Keyboy as Yazuke clears out the wave. No damage though, Ludwig. Tsunami Slam knocking him down, still able to sustain again. He has immortality, so they can't go for the target on him. He'll finally fall, but it's just the immortalities on it. Look for the end. Skyler catting back. Yazuke having to go for the quad channel, back and forth. RP walking around. He gets caught in the curtain call. Purifies out of it.
Hold for quite some time. Ludwig is going for the initiation. Nino is done.
Throne of Ruin on Nino. No damage placed already. Now it's going to burst down over Ludwig. And he to make
finally. Double, wala skill yung AE.
Kill in
wala
the
game.
Si
Kalea. Wala lord pa guys.
But it's still 2 base turrets, and it's still a 10.8k gold lead.
And Ludwig has no bounty to his name. So that's a kill without the extra gold they hold. Onic was...
Happy birthday, Katy.
Whether or not they wanted to end the game, obviously the waves did come. But Alter Ego, they had the respawn timers on
GG after Lord.
We'll try to hold for dear life, but I think this is it. It's over. Unless Onic create an insane blunder. Alter Ego, man. They have to rely on the last game, possibly Kyrie. Malefic.
Party anthem.
Brother Malefic, or excuse me, and Sans. Picked up the divine.
Tapos daw niya work niya. Excited ka naman daw.
Extra bit of safety too with the shielding.
How much safety can you get, man? At this point, Sans is playing by Kai. Thorn rolls over. Oh, my lord.
Man, look at the sheer pressure of this man. The guy in the jungle.
Come on, come on, come on.
Scare away Alter Ego. Radiant armor for Lippy. Damage. Man, oh man.
7k viewers guys, what's up? Welcome sa live stream, magandang gabi.
Again with their backs against the wall.
The watch party here outside and
Kanibalismo, di ka matiis. Kapag inalis mo, ika'y mamimiss.
Just to watch right now, Onic.
Di magmamalinis. O ika'y mamimiss.
The hope was in the air for Alter Ego. They were so close to knocking Onic down from the upper bracket finals, but now that
maliit kahit maliit lang.
Are here. It's their territory. It's home.
Tatlo na sais.
Completely look at Alec.
Pag-ibig mo kay Tamis.
I look for a second charge, but again, members are way too far. He commits the recall.
Punta kabataan, layo naman nun.
So now, all they can do is just...
Punta ko si Rene J doon.
Again, Onic are quick on the reply. They have a Lord queued up as well. I think it's going to go out in the mid lane, obviously. The structure with the structures taken down. Sans with the
Yung
cage.
double na to guys eh.
Yeah, wondering why he doesn't go for the Sky Piercer because it would have been extra damage. But I think he relies
Di excited
on
na.
Skylar too. The Lancelot 6-0 still just get harder for Alter Ego.
I think
Kyrie or
pre-playoffs,
Sutsujin.
realized we would have seen Sans go for Sky Piercer, but after that, after
Kyrie,
going
guys.
through 5 games against Alter Ego, against Evos, the respect is now there.
Yeah.
Kyrie kasi idol ko eh.
Another Lord marching into the base, Feather airstrike committed. Traction pulse doesn't connect, and Kyrie looks for an angle.
Puncture all around. Sans with the nature already has Blood Wings again. As Kai jumps into the back line, goes in and assassinates! RP in the back, now Lupe goes in and Onic!
Kalma lang guys, di pa tapos.
They are back on track.
Last one.
Their goal to finally win a world championship is far ahead, but with momentum in Indonesia, the dream
Grabe kayo.
is achievable.
Wala.
That single game loss that Onic had to experience did not unfaze them. They did not flinch. Instead, they went on full rampage, unleashing on Alter Ego. We expected it
Isa lang ng
to be a
guys.
toe-to-toe battle.
Yo, shouts out kay viewers. What's up?
To Alter Ego, showing
Mga
why
guys.
they're up in the skies.
End live na ba ako? Tapusin natin. What do you think guys?
Everlasting immortality for the Sky
Nanto
Kings.
ako bigla kasi. Pinagbigla ng Onic eh.
In the gates, surrounded by the Sky Kings, can they make the comeback?
Lutpi.
Can they break
Goat
through
Lutpi.
the gates, heavily guarded by the rulers of this league?
The three faces are
Kyrie nga
battered,
daw.
bruised, they're down. They're gonna find something in the back. Zephyr, Professor X has got to find a solution because right now it doesn't look like there is a solution. It doesn't look like there's an answer to the
End live na ba
problem
to?
at hand. It looks like their opponents are
this
just
the
too
end?
darn good.
Way too good. The way they played, the fashion, how they
End live na ba guys? What you think?
back
Patapos
to
na
back
natin.
dominant.
Shouts out kay viewers
Alter
guys.
Ego. It's back to their drawing board. Maybe with their backs against the wall, maybe with their feet hanging off of a cliff. In situations like this, something might activate. Something might reignite the flame that is slowly extinguishing. Kyrie with the Lancelot man going for Arfi. The Granger completely irrelevant in this game. And Onic again ruling in such dominant fashion. The Sonics, they'll be feasting on a possible 8th title tonight. Panelists, is it over for Alter Ego?
Oh, feel good vibrations. Embrace it with a mesh. I'm sober. Chess na naman nata pa ang babagsakan ni Gina pa.
We proposed a swap of sides.
Yeah.
We proposed a swap in jungle. But
Tapos na eh.
still, somehow, some way, it was not enough for Alter Ego. And now we're at championship point for Onic. What is this now, coach? Is this a mental game from Alter Ego that's not strong enough?
I think it's Onic just executes perfectly. I think I would say because for me, playing two fighters with Kalia is so easy because Kalia just ults somebody and the fight goes right, and it's much more easier to fight with two fighters against a normal draft from Alter Ego. I think it's kind of a role swap because Alter Ego's playing like the Onic kind of drafts with the Granger, with the Farsha, with the Grok, and Alter Ego's Onic's playing like the Alter Ego's draft like with the two fighters, with the Alice, with the CC, and yeah, that man, so good.
Guys, spammer naman kayo masyado dyan.
Right now. Player of the game, even on a Lancelot versus the Hayabusa matchup, Kyrie is still able to be as free as that. 7-0-2, presented to you by the official tournament smartphone Samsung Galaxy S25 FE. Arashi, what do you think about this? What to make of this?
I mean, he straight up just styled on Alter
Cool
Ego,
it, bro,
man.
chop.
He says, bro, it's not the hero, it's the pilot. And boy, does Onic have one hell of a pilot. This guy was just so clean the whole time. Alter Ego have tools to try and punish, but this guy is way too slippery on the Lancelot. And I have to wonder if Ultra have to try and do something more drastic because the fact of the matter is, in the early skirmishes with the Kalia, like you mentioned, Coach, though, there's just an extra layer of sustain that people forget about. This time, in this current meta, the Kalia isn't just for pickoffs. It's also for the long battles where you can heal everyone by about 10% of your HP every couple or so seconds. And in these fights, despite the big AoE tools from Altrigo, we've seen them try and abuse that, to try and get the big combos, to try and put Onic on the back foot. But it really feels like somehow Onic have gotten used to the surprise factor.
Yung normal lang ang sagot, guys. War
We're
ups,
seeing
brute
moments like this
force,
where Sans, who
endless,
was punished, who was forced to respect Altrigo the last time they met, now moving forward, doing the recalls, being good old Sans.
They missed out on the mid-trios so bad.
Right? Oh, man.
I think, yeah, the Kalea heal is super underrated. In a way, you have the Revitalize without having Revitalize. And also the fact that, it's kind of weird, isn't it? The fact that this Lancelot functions as a more Hayabusa than the Hayabusa is in this game.
Agree.
He helped the mid lane a lot more than Yazuki. And Lancelot, I think, scales better than Hayabusa too. And when you mess up the early game, that is just a death sentence. I thought it was going to be a 50-50 matchup in the drafting phase. And you know what? I'm still kind of standing by it, but very cool brought me back to reality. He said that in a 50-50 draft, Onic will prevail. 40-60, still Onic. 20-80, it might still be Onic.
This is what happened in the upper brackets, before the upper bracket finals, I believe. Who was against Alter Ego, right?
Yeah.
No. Onic? Alter Ego?
No, upper bracket, who faced
Evos?
Onic first?
Evos.
Evos?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so Evos. Right, in that draft battle, but I don't know, the execution was so weird to me in the early game. Again, I think that's the main highlight that we can take away for Alter Ego.
Wala guys, end live na ata ako. Antok talaga ako guys.
They don't have enough burst
Ilang
damage.
mana? Ilan elo mo ya? Yung Blitz na nalalaro ko, 1K.
So they can't really play the same
Saktong
diver
1K.
style.
Stuck ako sa
When
1K
they do,
guys. Hindi ko
the
magana
combo with
utak ko.
Kalia is gonna survive a lot
Brain
better.
dead.
And technically, even Yazuki can be as free with the
I've
Kalia.
been brain dead.
Not really forced to use the Tsunami Slam by all means. There's no urgency here for Keyboy to pop that ultimate.
Yeah, and I
We're
feel
talking about burst, there's Farsa.
do you have the chance to burst though?
But usually you would have like
Fair
a
enough.
Farsa, and you would have more coming in from Arfi, right? When he's playing on the
Fair.
fighters and all that. Not to mention the sustain as well that they usually have.
I also think that the Kalea pick, not only it's a good hero on its own, so far in the playoffs, have Alter Ego faced a Kalea comp? You know, maybe this kind of throws them off guard because they're so used to going up against a Khalid, the Hilda,
Spammer
the Grok,
guys,
the
stop
more,
the spamming.
in a way, passive kind of roamer. I mean, Grok is very aggressive, but not to the extent of Kalea because you have that sustain, right? And that early gap close, that is super underrated. Even though you don't have that from the Tsunami Slam, you still have the flicker and also the knockup combo, and Keyboy was able to use that very early in the game, getting free.
They have, and it was against Onic as well in that final game that they lost.
Oh man.
Damn, pottery.
Look at the numbers, man. Highest damage in the game on that Lancelot. Kyrie's Lancelot, man, it's the stuff of legends for a reason.
What to do, coach?
Oy!
I don't know. Seriously, I think I will be already dizzy because I've been
Diba guys,
put
nakita
up
nyo?
against Onic in Grand Finals 2.
Bro lost his queen.
So hard. I mean, they showed up in Grand Finals. They showed up where it matters the most. So hopefully they will show up in the international too.
I mean,
okay,
that's the best you can hope for at this point.
Didn't you have an idea, Rashi, on what to do after this?
I was considering if there's again, because I saw Arfi being so adept on that Lapu Lapu, right? And that would allow Altrigo to be more aggressive. I'm wondering if they should try and do something with that. Because they've been respecting that Lapu, fearing that it might fall into the hands of Lutfi, right?
Quadruple pin.
So I'm thinking go first pick, let go of the Lapu, see what happens. Because at this point, they have their backs against the walls anyway.
Do you think it's time for the Fanny to come out?
Oh, it's been bad.
Oh, you're right.
Always.
First phase.
First phase. Which is why it's crazy. Onic, they have that respect for it because it was that much of an issue.
Come on,
No,
come
not
on,
the last
come
game.
on.
No, Fanny wasn't bad. I'm thinking about the Fanny now. I mean, last time they were back against the wall, picked the Fanny.
I won't take that, dude.
Is it time?
Is it time?
still gonna be super tough though. It takes come on, with the program, bro. A big error, a big blunder to mess up a 3-1 lead. You know, for example, RQ and MDL, RQ and M1.
Arashi, you have a rebuttal to that? I'm gonna stay quiet. He can't deny it. It is what it is. Let's move on. It sounds like Bude is ready for an interview with Alyssa.
The world to see me.
Bahwa tim Onic memang terlihat sangat perkasa. Namun Alter Ego, di sini saatnya mereka untuk bangkit. Karena mereka sudah ketinggalan poin, Alisa.
Betul sekali, Bude tidak terasa sudah 3-1 dan 1 match point saja.
Lala guys, nagawa ni mouse ko na ba
Alter Ego
mouse
sudah berada di ambang batas, Bude.
Benar, dan Bude yakin semua super fans yang ada di sini juga masih pada semangat. Semangat betul. Betul.
Sepertinya Alter Champs lebih kedek-dekan ya, Bude ya.
Iya, harus tetap semangat.
Harus tetap semangat, yang penting dukung timnya. Karena semangat kalian pasti bisa memberikan energi baru ya, Bude ya.
Iya, ini momen berharga, tapi Bude juga dong kepengen nih mengabadikan momen ini di tengah-tengah MPL. Dan Bude punya permintaan. Bude mau foto bareng Alicia.
Wah,
dan juga semua yang ada di sini.
Ayo Bude, kita harus
foto ya.
mengabadikan momen ini dong. Rame banget
I
loh
just
hari ini
want
yang
you
di
to
playoff
know
kita
who
ya.
I
Kita
am.
selfie dulu.
Asik.
Oh
1, 2, 3.
Chop ka na ba?
Gimana Bude?
Bro, cakep enak.
Bagus gak hasilnya? Wih, Budenya cantik banget.
Kasih Alicia juga, tapi kenapa kamu harus autopis gitu di kepala Bude?
Ya, kan biar lucu gitu loh Bude.
Enggak estetik Alicia.
Tapi Bude, nggak apa-apa, don't worry. Karena Samsung Galaxy ini sudah punya generative edit Bude.
Oh, betul banget, betul. Bude langsung edit aja. Nih, Bude tunjukin ya, langsung aja nih ada icon di tengah-tengah ini. Diklik. Nah, kalau udah muncul kayak gini, tinggal lingkarin aja objek-objek yang tidak kalian inginkan. Yaitu jari Alicia.
Wow, oke. Langsung di...
Lingkarin aja. Nah, langsung ke detekan ini, tangan ini harus dihapus. Klik aja hapus.
Wow, Bude ternyata udah tahu juga.
Benar, lalu tinggal dibuat kan.
Wow, Bude ternyata sudah tahu ya kalau Samsung Galaxy S25 FE ini sudah dilengkapi dengan vapor chamber yang pastinya lebih besar dan dilengkapi dengan fitur generative edit dari Galaxy AI yang bikin foto-foto kalian yang banyak fotobomb itu bisa langsung hilang ya. Dan ini juga Samsung Galaxy yang dilengkapi dengan anti-heating dan pastinya dipakai gaming seharian sampai musik berkali-kali ini juga aman Bude. Coba ini apa sih? Tapi
Antok na ako, guys. Congrats sa Onic. GG na ata guys, hindi ko na kaya magstay pa.
Mobile Legends itu benar-benar terus-terusan loh.
Wah, jadi Bude push rank itu HP-nya nggak panas, nggak nge-lag Bude?
Nggak panas,
guys. Pwesto ko kasi na kayo guys. Good night na guys.
Nah, HP ini juga dilengkapi dengan baterainya yang udah 4900 mAh. Jadi nggak perlu waktu lama lagi buat nge-charge HP-nya. Bude ngerasa nggak sih kalau main HP kan kalau lagi
guys, good luck sa Onic. Good luck both teams. Pero mas good luck sa Onic kasi team Onic tayo.
Dan butuh yang fast charging.
Gano'n kaya guys. Inantok mo talaga ako guys. Nakikita nyo naman.
Tapi di sini memang enak banget.
Pero Onic na yan. 4-1 na yan. Dinadominate na nila early game.
Samsung Galaxy itu rajanya.
Wag ba guys? Kala ba tulog na ako? Sinantok na ako.
Dan pastinya kita
sige na guys, good night night. Kanay sa IT guys ha.
Jadi tidak
Thank you so much everyone.
Lagi kalian bisa langsung aja ya cobain